Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official Lotro Stream Team channel. And I'm your host, Little Redhead. I will be taking you around the land of Middle Earth today. So, hang on, let me push my captioning button here. All right, so we should have closed captions kicking in here in just a moment. So, yeah, I've got it up and about. All right. Awesome. So I'm here in the neighborhood, and guess what we have? We have quest ready to advance, the hunt for buried treasure. So I have already, I've got auto accept quests popped up so in my options, so that way I don't miss out on anything here. So come join the dwarves on their hunt for treasure. Finish now. So what you get for that is I now have a map to the treasure field. So why not? Let's go ahead and use that puppy. So that is one of the things that is going on today is there is the treasure hunt. So we're going to go digging for treasure. All right, so let me close that. Hello everybody in the chat and everybody yet to come, because I know people will come later, and so pre-hello to those folks. Okay, so when you use the map, it brings you here to the treasure camp. So the first thing I like to do, because I've been here before, have I been here before? Maybe not with this character. We might need to start over. What? Turn around and look up. Hi, Affodil. Awesome. Well, it's possible that I need to start with the introduction quest. So let's go over here and talk to Aldulf. I do need to do the introduction quest. I have not been here before with Rose and Bloom on Treebeard. So here we go. All right, so he says, are you here to join in the treasure hunt? It seems that with each passing day, more newcomers come through, seeking to learn the secrets of our trade. You'll need to hurry if you wish to join the others. Head across the path to the treasure hunter's camp, and you'll find Halthor Goldeneye, and he will instruct you further. Oh, and one more thing. Halthor can be a bit gruff at first meeting. Don't let it discourage you. He will soften once you have proven yourself. All right, and once we have completed the quest of talking to him, we're going to get 10 treasure hunter picks. That's nice. A trained cave claw cage and a dowsing gem. Now that cage does come with a cave claw in it. Just FYI. Okay, so we're going to run across the alleyway here, run across the road, and we're going to go talk to this guy, Halthor Goldeneye. He says, more green hunters. Every year you lot get sloppier than the last. I've half a mind to call off the treasure hunt altogether. But today you're a lucky hobbit. We're short of able-bodied hunters, and Aldulf has convinced me we should give you a chance. Now that the formalities are through, welcome. I am Halthor Goldeneye, Huntmaster and Senior Cave Claw Trainer of the Treasure Hunters Camp. You'll be wanting to get out and start hunting, I suppose. You might want to have a look around the camp first and speak with some of the seasoned hunters before setting pick to earth, though. Go and search for Tor Wayseeker. He is a master at digging. Now, he said the word camp and hunter a couple of times, which made me think of this hunter campsite fire right here. Currently, I am bound to Bullroar's Sword. What are we doing up there? You know what? I'm going to bind it here anyway, because it'll be handy today. I poo-pooed it at one point, going, why would you ever set your camp to here? What a silly idea. You would just run back. But then I found it very helpful. So, all right. Let's see. He sent me to go talk to somebody else. I see a ring on my little mini radar here. So I must need to go down here in these little training grounds. Aha, Tor Wayseeker. All right, here to learn about the fine art of unearthing treasure, are you? There's not much to it, all in the wrist, as they say. Take this treasure pick, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, wrist. Take this treasure pick and give it a go. Bring me back whatever you discover, and we'll see if you've got what it takes. So you must have a treasure hunter's pick in your inventory to excavate a dig site. Well, all right. Well, I probably have one in my inventory. Yep, there it is. They gave me a novice hunting pick. Well, that's very convenient, which means I couldn't probably go and use this out in the other area. This can only be used in this little area. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dig at this neophyte dig site. I wonder if they had that rhyme on purpose. All right, we have excavated a dig site in the training grounds. Congratulations to us. He says, excellent, you'll make a fine treasure hunter. You've already mastered the hardest part. I've been told to send you over to Orn Gemfinder, the dowsing instructor. Superstitious nonsense, if you ask me. I much prefer my harmonized to a bit of crystal, though Halthar Goldeneye believes strongly in it. Okay, so he's right here. One of the new hunters, young Wayseeker, sent you to learn about dowsing, I suppose. The lesson shouldn't take long. Dowsing is easy to learn, though quite difficult to master. Do you see this crystal? Simply take it by the chain. Holy, focus on what you wish to douse, and well, you'll just have to see for yourself. He says, you can borrow my crystal and practice on the 3 dig sites in front of me. So, he says, using a dowsing gem with a dig site selected will tell you what size chest it contains. You must select a dig site in order to get a proper reading. Using a dowsing gem without a dig site selected will still consume the gem. Oh, I haven't actually tried that. I'm glad I don't do that by mistake. All right, so we click on this, and we must, he gave us a dowsing gem. So we right-click on that, and we're getting a very strong reading, it says. All right, so we go back to him. Very good, you'll make a fine dowser. Next, you'll want to speak with Sigar, our cave claw trainer. Hurry along, I hear he's been asking for you. Well, I want to dig up that strong reading, right? That would be awesome. But cannot. It cannot. It can eat. Round is ended. The event will start shortly. Affadil thinks maybe they are the reasons for ending that round. So there is a giant box out there, treasure box to be found. And there's only one each round. So once somebody finds it, it ends the round, and then a new one starts up. We'll get out in there into the field and show you a bit of how this works here in a few minutes. We have to go through the introduction first, where they're trying to tell us how to do this. All right, he says, yes, you there. You're Rosenbloom, are you not? Hurry along, I've been expecting you. I've been instructed to teach you in the care and handling of cave claws. We found and trained a very docile breed of the beast. They rarely, if ever, cause trouble. I've got a very friendly one all caged up and ready for you. Let's see if you can handle yourself with one of the beasts. So, a docile cave claw will search the immediate area around where he's placed for treasure. The cave claw will not lead you to a dig site unless it has a treasure chest. Though other players can see your cave claw, only you will receive the information about the reward. Cave claws are consumed on use, or they escape, really. So, use the cave claw in your inventory. All right, so here we go. We'll go down here by the dig sites. We'll drop off the little cave claw. You got the goat. Okay, so this is what it does. The little cave claw runs over, and he's like, hey, I found a huge dig site. That's just cruel, because huge is the one to get the big thing. Like this. Oh, that's awesome. You got the goat. So this is the treasure seeker's goat? Is that what it's called? Treasure-laden goat. Nice. Treasure-laden goat. Very cute. There we go. You can see all the little bags of treasure on the back. That's awesome. A little box of treasure on top of the bags. So cute. Nice. Thanks for sharing. This person's got one too. Goodness. They're just giving them away. Okay. Oh, I got to talk to the cave claw guy again. Okay, he says, I've never seen a novice handle one of our cave claws so effortlessly. He didn't even nip at you. I've already spoken with Halthor about your prowess. Returned him with my blessing. You're ready to go treasure hunting. Okay. So, we've spoken to everybody we needed to speak to. So now, we come back to him, and he says, it seems you're a quick learner. All of my hunters have nothing but good things to say about your performance. This is the first, so the question is this the first buried treasure event since Treebird came out? Yes, you are correct. This is the first buried treasure event since Treebird came out. I'm pretty sure, because I don't think there's been one in the last 3 months. So yeah, we've got we've got all sorts of good times here. Okay, so he says, I've done quite well in selecting you as one of our new junior treasure hunters. I've told Arngillis all about it. He is out in the field with the others. You'll want to hurry out to him if you're to find the best treasure. Okay, but so far, we don't have the ability to like go digging yet. So I'm gonna get up on a non-treasury mount because I don't have one yet. Now they want us to go and talk to a guy who's way out here. So we're now entering the treasure field. And this is where you'll find all these dig sites that just disappeared because the round just ended. But they want us to go and talk to this guy out here. So, Arngillis, the introduction. There you are. I've been following your progress. I was wondering when old Halthor would send you into the field. Here are some gifts from the instructors to get you started. If you need another pick, return to the treasure hunter's camp and speak with Jondar. So, we're going to finish. It's going to give us all these goodies. Kabam. Yay us. And now we have a deed bestowed. I will pass on your thing, so hopefully. There we go. If you're in a fellowship and you're too close to each other, when you're getting stuff up, sometimes it'll do that. So, okay, so there's a new deed I just got, Cave Claw Wrangler, where there's different cave claws you can get as a temporary cave claw that's not a pet. Doesn't work out here. It's kind of an in-between thing. But if you're able to hug all 6 of those different kinds of cave claws, you get a title, Cave Claw Wrangler. It's very silly. Okay, so, but well, I want to go back to the treasure camp. So let me go and use my campsite fire. Because should we be in a fellowship? Oh, you want to go back? You're welcome. Free travel. Woot, woot. Okay, so now we're back here. And there's a couple of quests we have access to. So this is what you'll see after you've done the introduction. This is going to be useful to you. So he has a quest, treasure hunt. He says, hello again, how goes the hunt? If you're looking for more treasure hunters' picks, go and speak with Halthor Goldeneye. He'll be able to supply you with a couple. So I accept that. And then the other quest you want is this trained cave claw one. This cave claw looks hungry. You should collect berries for it. And this is a repeatable quest. So we're going to go and collect 5 berries. So I'm going to run out and grab the berries first, just so I can show you what that looks like. So, oh, right, this is going to just show me dig sites. Oh, berries, there we go. So there's berries out here basically kind of dotted around in and around the dig sites. So if it's in the middle of a round, you're going to see a lot of dig sites, and the berries are not as easy to capture. But they're there. They're just not as obvious. It's not as easy to just click to them because you got all these other things. But there we go. So they're usually, so the treasure hunt area, this doesn't really help, but it makes a big loop and you come back. I guess you can kind of see it on that map actually, if you know what you're looking for. So we'll go back to that map here in just a moment. First I want to find 2 more berries if I can, and go turn in these quests. All right, there's number 4. All right, here's number 5. So a lot of times if you are coming out here during like a busy time, there will be a lot of other people running around out here at the same time. So finding your 5 berries can be kind of annoying sometimes, but they respawn pretty quickly. So just, you know, keep wandering around and you'll probably have respawns from the ones that people just took a minute ago. It works out. Okay, so we're going to feed the cave claw with those berries we just got, and we're going to get 2 picks, a cage, and a dowsing gem for doing that. Now, he will let us retry that quest in 15 minutes. Now, the other thing is we'll go over to this guy, and remember they said talk to him, and now he's going to give us 2 more. He's like, are you back again? I've no doubt you'll find the mother lode with these picks. Don't come back empty-handed. Okay, so, and then you get a little pop-up saying, hey, by the way, you can purchase some more if you want to go to the Lotro store. We'll look at that another time. We'll look at that later. Okay, so now you'll notice I'm starting to amass a little stockpile of things. So before we get too far though, I want to go to my plugins, and yeah, there is a plugin called Rich, which I currently don't have loaded. So let's load that for everybody right now. Well, no, we're not going to load it for everybody. We're just going to load it for Rosenbloom. So what I've discovered with the treasure hunt event is that if you just do it with one character, usually you can filter down other things to the other characters. It's not one of those where it makes sense to spread it across multiple characters. It really makes sense to do it with just one character. So we're going to do that. So yes, yay plugins. In fact, plugins. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to load Rich. Boom. Okay, so it tells me my statistics as well as helps me track a whole bunch of things. So currently I have participated in 0 rounds. The shortest round, the longest round, all of these things it keeps track of for me. How many different, there's small chests, medium chests, large chests, and huge chests. So it's going to track from now on how many of each of these things I have found. All right, now another cool thing it does, let's put this away for a minute, is it will tell me, so it just pays attention to what's going on in your general tab. So for me, let me go ahead and pull this up here. It will say, so once, so right here you see how it said the round has ended, the event will start shortly, and then it said a new round has begun. Well, I didn't have Rich loaded at that time, so it doesn't know that there is a current round happening. But as soon as this round ends, it will say, waiting for the next round, which it is, and then when the new round begins, it'll start counting, and so that's how it knows to fill in that statistic of, longest round. Okay. It also is tracking for me how many of my cave claws I have in cages, how many dowsing gems I have, how many picks I have, how many buried treasure tokens I have so far. And those will be in my wallet, but it'll keep track of that, which is fantastic. And then it has all these other things going on here too. Okay, so let me put this away again. Okay. Let's see, and then, so we wonder if having a horseshoe helps with this. We don't know, but we don't have horseshoes yet on this server. Okay, so another thing is, remember those 2 quests I just did, and they reset after 15 minutes? I turned those in before I had the Rich plugin loaded, and so it doesn't know. So I'll have to keep track of it the first time here. But after that, it will keep track of it for me, which is fantastic. And so that way I know if I'm out in the field, I don't have to keep going, well, is it time? Is it not time? I don't know. Rich is going to tell me. Fantastic. Okay, then there's also this barter button. And that tells me how much the different things are and what is available with the barterer, who is, oh, congratulations, somebody leveled, with the barterers over here. So Maris has a whole bunch of really cool stuff that you can get. We've got, and they've got it grouped by the rewards that you would find if you found a medium cache, the rewards you might find if you found a large cache, the rewards you might find if you got a huge cache, and then pets and decorations, including, these are the Hobnanigans pets and decorations. So you can buy those now for these buried treasure tokens as well as Hobnanigans tokens. So you've got options there. And then recipes. We've got recipes. Those were also brought in from Hobnanigans. And the consumables, which are those face paint stencils that you can get. So you can buy those here or there. Now, with the face paint stencils, there's a consumable deed. So you consume 20, 50? You did it. Affodil did the consumables on a bunch of these as part of that 50, okay, as part of their deed completionist character over on Evernight. They did a whole bunch of these. So yeah, so 50. So you would buy them here. They cost 5 tokens each. So, 250 there. But then you could work on the deed using buried treasure tokens if you don't want to do Hobnanigans. So you've got options, which is nice. Okay, so let's see. Now, that barter list that we were looking at is not necessarily up to date, right? So, oh, hang on a second. I just got an error. Let's put that back on. Okay. My closed captioning gave me an error, so it should be back up. So what I wanted to do is there is a patch for the Rich plugin that will update it so it has the things that are available will be accurate. So I'm going to walk you through how to install this patch because this is a little bit outside of my comfort zone space. But we're going to try and do this together. Okay, so you notice that I have the thing already. Now, if you didn't have it, if you didn't have Rich, you could go to the plugin compendium. So let me show you. So this is the plugin compendium, and you can download it, and it keeps track of all the plugins that you have. And it helps you, you can add new plugins. So if somebody's like, oh my gosh, I just love using blah, 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 you can come into the plugin compendium and be like, oh, let me see. And you just click it, and then you just say add it, and it puts everything in the right folder and does it all for you. Fantastic. This is perfect for someone like me. It also will tell you, I should have left it, there was some things that I hadn't updated. Here, we'll do a scan. Oh, do I have to scan? Maybe I have to scan everything to see if there's any updates. There were a few updates earlier. I went ahead and did them because basically all you do is you click on it, you hit update, and it'll look at the version you have, look at the latest version, and it'll give you the latest version if you need it. Now, Rich, I currently have 1.2.1. So I know that if I go to Lotro interface here, there is, it's huge. My Lotro interface is huge. I'm looking for Rich, right? So I'm gonna type in Rich, and it has a Rich patch FR, which I'm guessing is French. There's Rich updated barter items, Rich patch DE, which would be Deutsch, which is so German, or Rich, the original. Okay, so we are looking at this. We want to look at the updated barter items. So we're going to click on that. This file is a patch for Rich by Galahad. Rich is by Galahad. You must have that installed before this patch will work. Well, we know we have it. We just saw it a few minutes ago. All right, so Rich is a great interface for keeping track of things during the Buried Treasure event. However, the plugin's barter list has drifted out of sync with the available in-game barter items. This patch updates the barter items based on the 2021-0930 Buried Treasure event, which is today. So we know this was updated today. So to install, first you need to install Rich. Done. So, because this patch only includes the necessary changes to update that plugin. To install Rich, you can use the plugin compendium, which we like, or you can install it manually, doing all those things. Okay, then next, download this patch and unzip it. Okay, so download. So I'm downloading. And then I'm going to show my folder, which ended up elsewhere. So I'll keep walking through the notes here. Okay, so download this patch and unzip it. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the patch, and I'm unzipping it. Okay. It also contains a Galahad's plugins folder. Yes, it does, which you should drag into the same place as before, which would be this place here. So I need to go find that, so give me a moment. Remember how to get there. Oh, I think it's going to take over. Let's see. Okay, so I need to find Lord of the Rings Online. Yes. Can we just open that? I need a second window. Windows E. Oh, okay. Windows E, if you need to make a second one of these, you can drag from one to the other. I always forget that. I'm glad I have a voice in my ear. Okay, so now I need to go to Documents, Lord of the Rings Online Plugins. So, and I go into the plugins folder often. So Lord of the Rings, plugins. Okay, so now I'm there. I have a Galahad's plugins. I have a Galahad plugins. So we're just going to drag this over. I said we're going to drag this over. There we go. Replace the files in the destination. Yes. Okay. So there we go. I've done that. It would prompt to overwrite files. Say yes. Did that. To load the plugin, use the game's built-in plugin manager. So at this point, if I didn't have it loaded, I could load it.
You can go see the refresh circle though.
Oh, there's a refresh circle. Okay, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah, just show that it's available in the plugin manager.
Let's see. Oh, I don't need the plugin compendium anymore, do I? Okay, we're going to put that away. Okay, so if I go to plugin manager, here's Rich. Oh, hey, look, there's a refresh button. Look at that.
But that only shows you the updated information. It doesn't actually reload it.
Oh, it shows me the new information, but it doesn't actually reload it. So my options are unload the entire thing, I think like all of my plugins, which I don't like to do because I don't want to try and remember what I have loaded, or just log in and log back out. Or
you can unload that one.
Oh, I can unload just one.
Yep. So in
In
this
this
case, yes.
case. Okay, sometimes you can unload a specific one. So we'll try this on screen here. So slash plugins list. Okay, so what it's showing me here, let's see, make this bigger.
Parentheses after it can be unloaded with that text.
Here, I'll show you. So anything that has, at the bottom, down here under load, so these are all the plugins that I have. I have a lot of plugins. There's some I don't pay attention to anymore. You know, I try things and then sometimes I don't, and then I just leave it. Okay, so but of these loaded plugins, if it's got like this parentheses, and even
Some of them have parentheses. Those are the ones that can be unloaded.
parentheses with their name in it.
Arbitrary text.
So, okay, yeah, so the ones that have parentheses and then some words, not the parentheses with the numbers. Those can be unloaded individually by doing, what is it, slash plugins unload, and then you have to type in exactly what it says there, so which is Rich. There you go. So it says Rich has been unloaded. Okay, well now I want to load it. So plugins load Rich. Loaded plugin Rich. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so let me make this small and put it out of the way again. So now where is it? Oh, I have to toggle it or something, don't I? I have to show it. It's hiding. So slash show and then space, right? No space. Rich. Show Rich. Oh, okay. This must be a command built into Rich itself.
Yeah, because slash rich is an emote.
Oh yeah, because slash Rich is an emote. So you have to do slash show Rich. That's fantastic. That is hilarious though. Ah, and I didn't have a. Okay, so wait, it does say waiting for new round. So that means we should have it coming up here in a moment and resetting our stuff. So let's find out. So while we're waiting, let's see how much longer we have. Oh, there we go, current round. It just started. So it knows because it showed up in my general. I'll show that to you again real quick. Here in my general, see it says a new round has begun, and Rich picks up on that, and that's the cue that it uses to start this timer. So that tells you how long the current round has been going. Pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty convenient. Pretty convenient. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is you can use the items directly from here. That way I don't have to go into my inventory and find them. I can just slide it around, whatever. I don't have to currently be like, well, do I have any cave claws left? Well, I don't know. Let me do a search cave. Oh yeah, there it is. Like, don't need to worry about that at all. I can, oops. I can just use it straight from the Rich plugin. So really convenient stuff here. Okay. Oh, hey, look at that. The cave claw quest has reset. So I am going to accept that. And I'm going to go ahead and run out there and go find some berries. Especially right now while the, hopefully the round hasn't started yet. Or did it already start? Come on, berries. Now you notice I tend to kind of go to one side, but you know, You can do what you like. Sometimes there's some berries up here on top, so that's convenient if you can catch them. I'm not catching the berries. There's one. Treasure-laden pony. Oh my gosh, you've got two. 2 out of the 3 already. Look at you. That's exciting. I think I'm going to put this back over here. Get this out of the way. Okay, we'll just pretend like it's one of my party people or something. Party members. Oh, there's some more berries. It's really cool because the berries, they'll still kind of be part of the landscape when you're not collecting them. So you'll see them there. You're like, oh, there's those berries. That's what they look like. Wait, did I just miss some? No, it's a dig site. Oh, there's some. Cool. Okay, so I got my 5 berries. Now I'm going to return back. Zoom. Because the other quest is probably reset. So you notice it says quest berries in progress. So again, it picked up on that. Oh, hey, let me know if the closed captioning is working. Yay! Okay, and already it says waiting for new round because the round has ended. New one will start shortly. Okay, so I'm going to turn into the cave claw, and he's going to give me some stuff, and then we're going to go over here to Anlof, and he's like, go talk to Halthor. I'm like, I can do that. So that's in progress now. And there we go, and turn that in. 2 more claws. Hurrah. Okay, so we're going to go position ourselves out here. All right, the current round just started. So at the very beginning of the round, nobody has dug up anything. So that is a prime time to set out a cave claw and try it out. So we're going to do that, even though we're already 30 seconds in. So the good stuff in the area may have already been taken, but we're going to try it. So cave claw. So we drop it down. And within a 25 area, oops, the round ended. Well, we still get to dig what it found, but it's not going to be the big one. But we found a large. Large is nice. So there we go. So we have a large. It's now in our inventory. Closed captioning doesn't know what to do with cave claw. There we go. I got to say it. So, hey, Weir Willow, how are you? Okay, so we're about to start a new round. So it's the very beginning of the new round. This is the perfect time. We're going to set down a cave claw. We might get the big one. Oh, okay, because it's going to take us to the biggest one it can find within that 25-meter radius. A small. And we'll go ahead and dig it up, but it's not really worth our time. So there we go. There's a small. All right, well, that was sad. So we're going to go do one more. We'll do it out here where there isn't a lot of people. This is my last cave claw, so it's kind of sad. Medium. That's still not great. That means that everything around here is a medium or worse. Within 20 meters. Okay. So like for me standing here, so looking at what's 20 meters, so it was like that one to that one.
Hover the radar, hover over it.
Hover over the radar.
Once you've clicked on it.
Oh, I see. So I could click on that and then that's 11 meters. That one is 26 meters. So it didn't check that site over there. So it probably didn't check that one either over there because that's going to be, for us. Oh, that's 22.
Looks like there's a cave claw.
But check this one. Oh, okay, let me run back.
You should turn on your regional.
Yes, there it is. Okay. I see it. I was just being instructed to turn on regional so I could hear because people will tell us when they have a cave claw out. Where is it? Where is it? Did I miss it?
Varric said come and hug your cave claws, so I'm going back to camp.
Well, I don't see it. I don't see Varric either.
Oh, come get the stable master.
That's true. So there's a stable master over here. And there's one at each of the starter areas. So there's one at Westbury, one in Kellendim, one in Thorns Hall, and one in Mickle Delving. And the nice thing about these is they're free. So you don't have to use a map every day to get out here. You can use the free travel from now on. Well, I appreciate they're saying there was a cave claw, but I don't see one.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. So remember how we were talking before about how there's a deed. So there's a deed to do, deedly do, to hug different cave claws. So let me put that out there. And actually, we're going to get rid of the rest of these because we're not doing those today. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so there are 6 different cave claws you can hug. And so if we go over here, let's see. That's the one right there, isn't it? The domesticated cave claw. I think that's the right one. So you buy it for 5 tokens, and then you let it out, and it's one of those 6. And so then you do the hug /hug emote at it, and it counts towards that deed. So so when somebody gets one, they try to let everybody know, hey, come hug this one, see if it counts for you. Now there are, unless that's the one that's in the cage.
No, yeah, the ones that cost 5 are the ones you send out.
Okay, sorry, this is the domesticated cave. Wait, that doesn't have the same icon though. I'm looking for more of that one. So that's what I'm saying. There's 2 different kinds of cave claws. Well, there's 3 different kinds of cave claws.
No, you're right. It's the domesticated.
The domesticated, I think, is the one that you put out and you hug. Then there's also cave claws that you can purchase that are these ones that do the digging, and they just you consume them.
Yeah, I'll do a domesticated.
Then there's also these Tome of the Treasure Seeking cave claws. Those are pets. Those are your cosmetic pets. Okay, so you're gonna do.
Yeah, they brought the price way down.
That's right. The prices came down on some things, which is so awesome. Oh, somebody's giving a trained cave claw a big hug. Where is it? Where is it? Show me this cave claw.
Well, it's the quest.
Oh, that one doesn't count. Oh, so sad. The deed takes a little time to do, so we're always like, okay, so she got a cave claw, and it is a green beak cave claw. So I'm gonna do a /hug. So I hug it, and so now you'll notice it has disappeared from the list of things I need to do in order to accomplish this this deed. So there we go. And then notice it just kind of wanders around. This is the green beak one. So it's just wandering around. So you do have a little bit of time when somebody puts one out, which is really why it's nice if somebody puts in regional, hey, come hug this thing, because then hopefully you've got time to get yourself back to camp before it decides to go digging back into ground. Someone patted you on the head. That's awesome. You'll notice it's still there. See, it's still kind of just wandering around. So it is nice that it gives you a bit of time. So we'll cheer for it. All right, so when we went and got those treasure picks from the guy, notice it says you can get additional ones in the Lotro store. So you click on treasure there. Oh, he doesn't know what to do with the event. Maybe that one's gone. And you can buy one for 50 Lotro points or a pack of 5 of them for 200 Lotro points. I generally don't do that. What I will do, and I can't figure out why I didn't see them. Oh, maybe this guy has them. This guy has them. This guy, you can get the trained cave claw cages with the ones that dig underground. There it is. And it says, the cave wriggles and shakes in your hands. When the cave claw is released, it can sniff out treasure from up to 20 meters away. That's the one that you want. And I know I have 5 coins right now, but I'm going to go ahead and buy one. Because each cave claw, if you wait, if you're patient, and you do the big, you don't put like 3 of them down in a round, but you do one at the beginning of the round, and then you wait and you're patient, then it will probably come back with a large or the huge, which will get you generally more than 5 tokens. So, can be worth it.
I released one and then I didn't have a pick. It was medium if you want to.
Oh no. They released a cave claw and didn't have any picks. Oh, that's sad. All right, I'm gonna come stand. You're standing on it?
Yeah, just a medium.
They got a medium, but I might as well dig it up. All right, sure, thanks. So notice I'll just come to this dig site. If I just right click on it, it automatically consumes one of my picks. And now I have a medium treasure cache. Okay, so let's open these up and see what we get. So we open the small treasure cache. It tells me that I got 2 buried treasure tokens. So remember, I bought a cave claw for 5, a small got me 2. Not bad, but that's a reason why maybe you don't try to spend a lot of your time digging up smalls. The medium, the medium gave me an emote. Check that action. Gold panning. I'm totally going to use that emote. Ta-da! Now I know how to pan like this. Oh yeah, good stuff. All right, a new round is about to begin, so we're gonna put ourselves in a nice central location here. Maybe here is good. And we're gonna put out a cave claw. New round's just starting. Boom. And it found a large. It's not a huge, but a large, I will take it. So I got 3 buried treasure tokens right from that. And somebody found one. And a pick and a large treasure cache. Now, if I open the large treasure cache, it itself gave me an additional 9. So digging up that large gave me a total of 12 tokens plus a pick. So it kind of, paid for itself, kind of. So that is why it's worth waiting and trying to just get the big things. All right, so we're going to do it again here. This is my last cave claw, but we know that cave claw berries quest is resetting in 3 minutes, so that ain't bad. Another large. Boom, what did I find? 3 tokens and a box. What's in the box? Oh, and a cave claw cage. That's really convenient. All right, so I opened the box. That gave me 12 tokens. So picking up that large box gave me a total of 15 tokens and a cave claw cage. So this is why if really what you're trying to do is get the giant box, because that's how you get those mounts that Affidel keeps getting. What you really want to do is not keep dropping and dropping and dropping. You really want to drop at the very beginning of the round when the best stuff is there, and then try to be patient, wait for the round to end, and then do it again at the beginning of the next round. That's really, the way to do it. And then in between things, you're getting berries when that quest comes up and, all those various things. Now, there's times, though, when, obviously if a round goes on for like 5, 8 minutes, something like that, obviously nobody else has found it. So sometimes what I'll do, especially if I have like an accumulation of picks at that point, or an accumulation of the cave claws, or the dowsing things, because I don't use the dowsing things very often, is I'll try to go and start checking all these areas that seem like they're not being hit by people. Or that's also a good time when you have, like, if you have somebody that you're playing with and you're like, hey, did you check this area? And like, kind of work your way around, and then one of you will find it. So that's really neat. Well, we've just shared your super secret treasure tips with the 15 people that are watching. So we'll just make sure we're all on different layers. We'll be good. Hey, a new round has begun. Somebody found it. Awesome. So here we go. Yeah, and I have to say, I've taken Affidel's favorite spot to stand on. So we'll switch around here in a few minutes. Medium. All right, I'll go ahead and take it. All right, so that got me 2 buried treasure tokens and a box. And in the box, it was another 5. So I could use that to go buy another cave claw if I wanted to. But since we know the quest is going to reset here in a minute, I'm going to pop back to camp. And I might buy a couple of cave claws. And I'm also going to open my other box. So what's in the large cache? We found, ooh, a treasure hunter's rucksack. I do like these a lot. Okay, we are going to open a wardrobe. And we're going to put that rucksack right in that wardrobe. Ooh, I don't have any dyes on me. That's sad. All right, so, but it should be in there now. Yeah, that treasure hunter's rucksack is so cute. Here, I'll show you. Like, if I were to put that on, without my crossbow showing would be nice, but. All right, so let's try, let's see, it's the back. So if we did it in, say, rose, that's a good color. It's also good in, it's good in a lot of colors. There it is in purple. That's a nice one. Rivendell green. So, I mean, it dyes up really nicely, basically, is what I'm saying. Yeah, it comes out great.
It drops in a bunch of different colors too, I think.
That's true. That's a really great point. It drops as a bunch of different colors. So when I'm looking at it right here, what it's telling me is that is Ranger green. You can't see my wardrobe. Basically right here, it's telling me that this is in Ranger green by default because that is what color that rucksack is. And notice, oh, it is bound to account. Darn, there's some of them that are not bound, some cosmetics. I thought this one, maybe this one didn't used to be at one point or something. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. But anyway, so if you get more of these, you can just keep dropping them into your wardrobe and it will come in as that dye color. So then basically you just add to this drop down that you get. And so you have more and more options. It's wonderful. I love it. All right, oh, my quests have reset. Time to go pick some berries. Hey, Cave Claw, you look hungry. Are you a hungry Cave Claw? You are. Let's get you some berries. Hey, there's some right there. That is convenient. Now remember, we need to get 5, but still, that's 1. Handy dandy. All right, let's start tabbing around. Berries. Oh, I've gone off of the regional area, regional chat. Well, if you see him, yeah, just let me know if you see somebody in regional talking about the thing. I'm not always watching it. Always watching Wachowski. And there's some more berries. And I clicked off of them, so I didn't get them at first. Now notice I've got 39 of those tokens already. And we haven't been at this for too long. So it's one of those, again, that if you're just kind of, if you take your time, you know, don't rush through it, you can get what you need. Okay, so I've got all the berries I need. Now, I want to point out, though, that this guy, when the quest to go get 2 picks from that one guy shows up, you can pick that quest up from this guy, too. So the Halthar Goldeneye, go talk to him and get 2 picks. So I can talk to him and pick up that quest. I don't have to talk to the guy next to the Cave Claw. Gundabad. Right, I forgot I wanted to put the pictures up. So Gundabad is coming. They've just, SSG just put out the pre-release page, the pre-order page, so you can go and pre-order it now. I don't know that you get the goodies. Look at that cute thing. Oh, that might be one of the new goodies then. That might be the Gundabad boar. Oh, that was cool. So I know some of the goodies don't get delivered until sometime in October, and then Gundabad itself, I think, comes out November. You know what? I forgot the dates. But yeah, you can pre-order it now. So yes. And there's so many cool little things I want to get. So we'll see how it goes. All right. You like to have a minimum level of treasure tokens so you don't overbuy the cave claws. Oh, yeah. So that was something that we were doing with our completionist characters is we were basically like, okay, I'm trying to get to 50. And so anytime you got above 50, then you buy cave claws back down to that. And then, you're like, you get a couple rounds through and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go below 75. Okay. And then, and so you just keep getting it higher and higher until you're able to basically buy all the different, various things that you wanted to buy. All right, this round has been going on for 5 minutes, so nobody's finding it. Oh, but I didn't get any more cave claws while I was back there. I forgot to do that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop. Let's see what happens. All right, he found a small dig site. So basically everything in this area is trash.
There are a few of the things to get that can only be gotten in smaller sites.
That's true. There, okay.
If you only get larger or huge, you will not get everything.
That's true. If you only go for the big stuff, you won't get all of the goodies because each size of dig site, there might be there's special goodies. So let's see. I got a buried treasure token, and if I open the box, I get through 2 more treasure tokens. So I got 3 treasure tokens for opening that small. But there's like the emotes, the panning, those sorts of things. Some of those things are only available if you get the smaller ones. But all right, we're gonna buy up some cave claws here because I forgot to do that. So let's get another 3. All right, that'll take us for a little while. And then what are we saving up for? The cave claw mask will drop. Well, here, let's just look. So, it doesn't have the small listed here. But yeah, the cave claw mask can drop on a medium. The treasure chest, which is a housing decoration item. Dig site, also a housing decoration item. Gold panning, which you can buy for 100 tokens, or you can just get it like I did. Dows, another one. The treasure hunter satchel that we just got. And that's cool. The domesticated cave claw can drop. I didn't realize that could drop out of a medium. The one that you can then put out and everybody hugs it. Large, the treasure hunter's pack, which is pretty cool looking too, actually. Look at that thing, big and chunky and all sorts of stuff hanging off it, including a couple of the dowsing gems, which I like. I think that's a nice little touch. Let's see, you can buy emotes of enchantment. You can buy the gem inspection emote. That one's fun. And then from the huge, you could get a trained cave claw large yard decoration. I haven't had that drop for me before. The golden cave claw mask. Not sure if I've gotten that one either. Rich, that's an emote. That's one where you throw the coins up in the air and you dance around. That one's fun. You can buy the harvest brew goat for 1,000, so that takes a little while. There's an unearthed sack that has stuff in it. I don't recall it being all that great. And then these are the pet tomes. So you could earn a lot of stuff if you are lucky and get the boxes, or find those things. Sometimes instead of a box, you get like, a token or an emote, that sort of thing. So this is another area that I sometimes like because it seems like there's a lot in this area. And then there's a spot that I was up on top. A couple spots on top that are nice. There's a spot back here I kind of like. So basically, when you're doing this, what I try to do is look for an area that has, a bunch of lights. So like this person, he's probably waiting for the round to end so they can dig over here or douse or drop a cave claw. So I have 5 of those dowsing gems. I think I might just keep sitting on them for a minute. Although when a round is going on, man, this one's going on for 10 minutes almost. I'm just gonna dig. I got 17 of those things. I'm just gonna dig. Diggy diggy hole. What did I find? I found nothing. I found oh no, I found a dowsing gem. And 1 token. Could be worse. Let's see, what are some areas that people might be missing? This one's probably been searched by cave claw. Yeah. Oh, but that gave me a cave claw and a token. Crazy stuff. Oh, how long does the event last? Yeah, cool. So yes, follow that link and that will tell you, oh look, I got a small. What's in there? 2 tokens plus 1 that I got for finding it. Yes, so they generally, these buried treasure events are usually just a weekend long. Oh, good. The round ended finally. So it started today. Usually starts at 10 o'clock server time, and then they usually end at 3 o'clock in the morning server time. So basically, yeah, the night between Monday and Tuesday. So basically, think of Monday as your last full day for this. So you've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So you've got, a few days to play around. Oh, the round's begun. There's somebody standing around up here. I'll go down here. We'll go down here and drop one. All right, Cave Claw, find us something good. Medium. All right. So one thing is that when the Cave Claw goes, and as soon as I drop the Cave Claw, it's going to go and find a spot for me. And it kind of puts me then in the front of the queue for digging up that spot. So if somebody else has like wandered over there and they're about to start digging at it, and I've already sent a Cave Claw out and it is headed there, I end up with priority for digging that. So that's something to keep in mind if you see somebody out and about with cave claws or they're dropping them. Maybe don't dig near them because you might be looking at something that you were like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll dig there. And then they've already sent a cave claw and it's headed there. They're going to get it. So, it's sometimes not, it can be annoying when you start to want to dig somewhere. And like if somebody tried to dig here, I don't think it would let them because the cave claw found that spot for me. Yeah, and sometimes, yeah, you get an error message. Yeah, that's true. At least there's an error message instead of consuming your pick. So, yeah. So in this case, I got a large, and I was here, so that pretty much covered, a number of these spots that are here. So let's see what we got. So we got 3 when we dug it up, plus I just got a treasure hunter's pack. Ooh, yeah. We're going to put that in the inventory. Into the wardrobe you go. Zoop. There we go. Now we've got a treasure hunter's pack. This one is in indigo, it says. Cool. And then that one was the hunter's green. Fun. Getting some good stuff. So this is a very silly event. Like, some people take it way too seriously. I would recommend that if you're coming out here to do this event, don't take it too seriously, really. There were people, and I felt bad for them, on World Chat earlier. I was watching it, and man, people were getting mad at each other, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it, y'all. Just come out, have a good time, be silly. Like, if you see somebody digging an area, go dig somewhere else. Just try to have fun with it. Yeah, not worth. Like, somebody started calling names and people were getting reported, and I was like, y'all putting way too much on this. I mean, yes, you want the cosmetics, you want the good stuff, but go to a different layer. Like, if you find that where you're at is either, I run into both ends of this. Like, because when you first get to a layer, it may be a lot of people there. Like, they try to pack in, I think, 25 people in a layer or something like that. Like, they have numbers, right? And so once a layer is full, then they start filling in another one. So what happens sometimes is if you're somewhere and you don't leave and you're just there for, hours and hours and hours, because we've done that, people will slowly trickle off. And so then it could be where it's just you on a layer, or you and one other person if you're questing with somebody on doing this, if somebody else is as crazy as you are. And it may take a long time for a round to end because it's just the two of you doing all the digging. And so it's not as an efficient use of your time. So sometimes it's worth it to leave, go to Bree, get off of their lair, go back to the treasure hunt, and then, it'll put you in with a bunch of people. So that can be really useful. What is my favorite music in the game? Oh my gosh. Wow. I really like a lot of the music in the game. Yes, the Tom Bombadil in your housing is probably my favorite. Like I try to go and get the rep with Matham Society so I can go to the Matham house so I can buy that theme. Come to camp. Oh, oh, there's a huggable. On my way. There's a huggable thing. Oh no, it is absolutely worth making you freakishly happy. Like it's so good. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Hi, I would like to hug you. Oh, is it a green beak? No?
That's the green back, right? Or did the green beak?
Yeah, it didn't give it to me. Me. Oh, I think I hugged you. I think I was clicked on the wrong thing. Maybe. Yeah, I gave Affodil a hug. I'm hugging everybody. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Tom Bombadil theme is probably my favorite for housing. I did though one day go through. So there are YouTube pages, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, where they've basically taken all the different music and you could listen to it. Ooh, they may have actually put that onto D & Co. D & Co. de Mieux may have it. I'll just post a link to them and you can go digging. But I think they do. D & Co. I can't remember their website. Let's see. It's OEN. There it is. So it's a French website, but they have it in English. So you have to put EN if you're just typing it in, which is what I do sometimes. Hang on, I just lost the chit chat. So check D & Co. de Mieux's website. But let me think. Let me just try, like, where's y'all search? There it is. Bombadil. I think that's what it's called. Yes, they did start adding music, I believe. Ambient music. Yes. Okay. Yes, I think this is all the housing stuff. Try that, because I think those are the music boxes that you can get for your house. Like the Great Wedding themes. I love the Great Wedding themes. Almost all of it. Like it'll start playing and it's like all this wonderful, like kind of gentle, nice, da da da. And then all of a sudden it comes in with the one like the fanfare when they're announcing or something. It's like it's just like, you know, I'm just like, okay. Like I have to just like kind of plug my ears to that part or something. Like it's nice. It's really nice. But it's like, could that be in a different music box? And I can have all this other in this music box? That'd be perfect. So I'm hoping that one of these days, like one of these years, they'll do like separate out music box for the Midsummer Festival. So, but I like that one a lot. What else do I have? I don't have them on me. I keep most of my music boxes in my house. But there was one or two of them I got in the summer festival, I think, that I liked. Or was that the wallpaper? Man, there was a wallpaper I got recently that, oh, I really liked. Hang on, I'll tell you what, let me do this round and then I'll pop back to my house and show you. Okay, it's telling me the quest reset. So there it is. Sometimes it resets before the ring on their head comes up. All right, well, you know what? I'm just going to drop. Hey, Weird Willow! I'm just going to drop this off here. And then I'm going to go grab some berries. Berry, 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 berries. Where are you? That's a dig site, not a berry. That's a berry. Maybe I was up too high. Oh, you're a musician. Oh, that's awesome. So, have you noticed the Midsummer Festival theme? I don't know if you've played, I don't know how long you've been playing. But during the Midsummer Festival, they took some of the old themes and reworked them. I really like the way they did that. I thought it was really cool. It was, yeah. So that is something that you as a musician might find really cool. And that the only thing I don't like is on the intro screen. Wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm feeding the cave claw. How there's one of the things that sounds like Star Trek. I think I've already hugged this one, but I'm gonna hug it again. And I always find that strange. Hello, Snapdragon. Hello, everybody. Come on, move your body. Okay, so we're gonna pop back to my house real quick, though. Travel to personal house. We just got our kin house this week. I'm so happy. So we're on Treebeard. Treebeard has just, as of this week, as of the 29th, 28th, been around for 3 months. So we were able to, and I started this kin like the first hour maybe that we were on the server, because that was a priority because I knew that 3-month timer takes, like it feels like it takes a long time. So I wanted to do that. Yeah, so we did that. So you played quite a few years ago and then just got back into it after you saw the announcement of the free pack. Awesome. So I assume you got that. Go ahead and put the, oh, it's in the get ready, isn't it, that you did earlier? Oh, so let's see, what music do I have on in here? Oh, I have to go into my decorations. And I'll turn it up here so you can hear it a little bit better. This is the Hills of the Shire music set. And then the wall surface is Summerfest. And I think I did it with like a purple, or it's not purple, it's not the right name. Hey, color. It's lavender. Okay, so let me close that up and then system options. Let's see. Let's turn that up. Hopefully you can hear that. Can you hear it? So I like the Hills of the Shire one. It's because we're in the Shire, our houses are all in the Shire. Yeah, so this is and then I really like the wallpaper combo that I put together there. So there's that one which is kind of dancey and bouncy, and then we've got one that's pretty mellow. So you'll notice with the Rich plugin, it's still going. It thinks it's been 11 minutes, 12 minutes since the round started. That may or may not be true. I'm not there, so it's not picking that up from the general chat. So just, keep that in mind that it's cannot be accurate. Okay, so anyway, so there we go. Now, awesome. I'll be there in a minute. I gotta talk to Wenda. We haven't talked to Wenda yet. So the highest character you had before was a level 46 elf hunter. Good combination. I'm currently a Hobbit hunter, but I also have a high elf hunter. I have 2 main characters that I play on this server because I like playing both a high elf and a Hobbit. So that way I can go back and forth. But first we're gonna talk to Wenda. Get our VIP goodies. All right, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the campfire. See, another reason why having the campfire set is kind of convenient when you're doing this, because then you could bop away and then just pop back if you're a hunter, because the hunters are the best. Can I catch you up real quick on why on legendary servers? So it depends on what you're looking for, right? Legendary servers are VIP only. So there's no free to play on here, which does limit the number of people that might show up. Like it's going to be a subset, right? But you then don't get a lot of the people that are like, boy, what up, dog? Like you just get a different type of player, because somebody who's willing to pay to be here has a little bit more of an investment on the community that's there. Now, already being said, the Lotro community is fantastic overall, right? Crick Hollow, you're probably finding that, you don't get a lot of name calling, you don't get a lot of, griefing. Like in general, people take care of each other, which is generally a good thing. So it just kind of ups that game a little bit on the VIP servers because of that paywall, situation. Also, as before mentions, no, the gold spammers don't show up because they have to steal an account basically in order to do the gold farming, and it's not easy to steal a VIP account. People tend to use stronger passwords, I guess. I don't know. So world chat's a little bit more refined, I guess might be a nice way to put that. But again, I mean, like the Lotro community in general is really awesome. Like if you were to get on Crick Hollow, I'm sure if you were like, hey, I've been away, I've just come back, trying to remember how to do XYZ, you'd probably get a ton of people who'd be like, oh yeah, let me jump in there and tell you how to do it. If you're like, if you're like, hey, just returning, I feel like my gear's out of whack. Can somebody, make me a new shield or a new helmet or whatever? You'll have people who will do it, and you'll have people who will just do it for free. Like, especially on the live servers, because those are like level 130, and if you're like a level 46 or whatever, they're like, I got that stuff, the materials for that, like, coming out of my ears. I don't, so. Well, but sometimes it's nice when you're running around in the world and doing the quests. Because, like, for example, we are questing here on Treebeard, and Treebeard has a current level cap of 50. And so we are spending a lot of time questing around the level that we are playing. So, like, I'm a level 37 hunter, and we are running around in Avendim, which is like level 30 to 40. And then we're gonna finish off and head over to the Troll Shaws, which is like level 35 to 45 or something like that. So, we are playing around the level of the quests. And, when you are running into the beasties and they're a little tough, having, on level-ish gear can be useful. Now, I will say that crafted gear is generally the best, especially in these levels. So, just make something and you'll be fine. Ooh, a large, yeah. Now, gear that you find that's on level is also pretty good. It's just the crafted is going to be just that much better. So, oh, yeah, sure. So before just pulled up a map here, and I'll show that on the screen in case anybody doesn't want to pull that up. So this map, right there, is pretty cool, and somebody went through and took the time and has continued to, because that's up to 125, to basically go through and say, hey, what's in this area and what level is it? So, like, Breeland has quests from level 1 to 25. The Lone Lands has quests from 20 to 35, and so on. So that's pretty cool. So we're over in Avendim, but we are headed to the Troll Shaws, which is 35 to 40, and then up to Dangmar, 40 to 50. So that's a this map is cool. This map is very cool. So there we go. So another reason, another question though to explain on the why legendary server is because a number of things. There are titles and cosmetics and yard items, housing items that you can only get on the legendary servers. And so if you want any of that, if you're like a completionist or you want some very particular things, you can only find those on the legendary servers. So that's another reason to go to a legendary server. Also, this server started, this one and Shadowfax started 3 months ago. They started the same day. And they both had a level cap of 50. So everywhere you go in the world, it's a smaller world right now, and it's really cool, because you're running into other people. If you're trying to gather up folks for like a level 25 instance, well, the instances are a little harder, but like because they're not on here yet. But like a beastie that's like a level 30, or like Fornost. Like, who goes to Fornost on the big servers? Nobody goes to Fornost anymore. That's over here in the North Downs area. There's this area where the people of the north have come down, and it's full of goblins and orcs and nasty stuff. And there's some instances up there, and nobody goes up there anymore, right? Because if you're level 100, 130, why are you hanging out in this level 35 area? You're not. But on this server, people are. So you'll regularly see people trying to gather up for instances and quests of that sort. So that's really cool. And to constantly be running across other people in Bree, in Erdluin, in these earlier areas. So that's one of the reasons, another reason to play on a legendary server. Yeah, and like what Weir Willow was saying there. Actually, hang on, the round just started, so let me maybe move in a little bit and drop a cave claw. Oh, somebody's already there. Oh, well. Hopefully we're not overlapping too hard. And it's a medium. That's right. I'll take it. Oh, gave me another digger. That's right. That's not so bad. Yeah, so Weir Willow was saying that they just joined Lotro a few years ago, and same for me. I've only been playing for like 2.5 years, and playing the old level caps that people on live servers just blaze right past, because they've done it, a dozen times or whatever, and they're really just trying to get their character high enough so they can go play in the new content. I'm like, I'm still enjoying the old content. Like, there's so many really cool storylines in the old content that, and especially if you like find yourself kind of wandering off and maybe doing quests that you don't do all the time, there's like a little pocket of people. Like, for example, there is, where did we find? It was over by the Lone Lands. Like, there's this Midgewater Pass.
If you click on Breland there, in the upper left.
Yeah?
And then on the very, they've changed the map.
The map has changed. Yeah, so over here, like, I think it's like down in this area. There's some hills that you go over. There's a whole camp of quests, the Weather Hills, that who goes out there and does the Weather Hills stuff? Nobody, right? But you just, like, why not? And it just adds to the story of everything that's going on, because people took the time, in developing this game to create some really interesting stories that happen. So I have enjoyed that. So before is like, it's nice to be able to stop and admire all the fleshing out that they did in Eriador. Eriador being this area, like, this is the level, this is what we have access to right now, right? We don't have Moria yet. We can't go into Moria yet. That's coming in probably December. So in December, they'll raise our level cap and they'll give us Moria. So our plan is to try and make sure we have done all of the rest of this and be prepared to go into Moria, having really nothing else that we want to do. But there's still a lot to do, so we're trying to maximize our 6 months. Yeah, right? The Old Forest. I still get lost in there so many times. So easily I get lost in there. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So I don't feel like, I know there's people that are like, we need more stuff, we need higher level, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I really don't feel like I have, like, delved the depths of everything here yet. I feel like there's still plenty to find. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Oh, you got the huge? Oh. Oops. Oh, because I left? Yeah. Oh, I should come back to your layer, or you should come to mine. No, it's fine. Yeah, either way. Well, oh, that's true. I suppose either of us could get the huge that way. We ended up on different layers. Yeah, maybe that would be good. So here, I'll show you all how this works. Okay, so we're gonna be in a fellowship. Oh, I've got 30 seconds left on the berries. Well, let me go finish this real quick. So how do you change layers? Well, you can do what I did, which was leave and come back, which probably puts you on a different layer. Or if you're in a fellowship, and so you'll see the Affadil is the leader because they've got the little flower on their name there. So if I, oh yeah, so I got this little layers thing here. It says, there are multiple dynamic layers of the area you are in. You can transfer to the same layer as your fellowship leader by clicking on this alert. So I'm going to do that here in just a moment. I'm going to see if there's any berries nearby real quick first. Now, it thinks, though, if I do that, it's not going to know what round, how long this round has been going. So there's that. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, somebody else is collecting berries. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to the layer. It says, do you want to transfer to the same layer as your fellowship leader? And I'm going to say yes. So it is like a travel event, right? Like I'm just traveling. Is transfer available, or do you have to start fresh characters on legendary servers? That is a great question. And it looks like before it has got you there. So yes, so basically the answer is no. You cannot transfer generally to or from legendary servers. There have been exceptions, but basically legendary servers are kind of, I don't know, a category, and you can't switch from category to category. It's just like US and EU servers, there's a different pack of each. And so you can't transfer from a US to an EU or an EU to a US server, for example. It has different coding. Now, they have discovered, though, that there is the possibility to transfer, in some cases, from a legendary to the other servers. So, for example, they closed Ithel. So a few years ago, they started the legendary server idea, and they opened up Anor, and it had a huge rush to the point where they there was like lines, like there was queues to join the server, and that was people were complaining, and it was a weird situation. So they opened up. They just quickly went and opened up a second server called Ithel, and hello. But Ithel was never like it. I don't think it was ever intended that there would be multiples of that server. So Ithel was never heavily populated. Like it kind of there was the rush and then it was over. So Ithel never had a large population. But Anor continued to for a while. And but then once it was pretty clear that Ithel wasn't gonna like jump up, they recently closed Ithel, like in the last 6 months. Not too far from around the time when they opened up these two. So they went from 2 legendary servers to 1 and then 3. Like it was a pretty quick transition. So people were allowed to transfer off of Ithel. At first, only to Anor, but then I guess they figured something out, and nice. So then you're able to transfer from Ithel to any of the live servers as well. I don't think they're allowing that to happen on Anor, though. I can't remember now. I think I can't remember because I remember I was like, I'm not really interested in transferring off of Anor to a live server. If I was going to transfer anywhere, I would want to transfer to here because I have a bunch of carryalls. I'd like to bring the carryalls here, but because they keep not putting them up for sale. I want to buy more carryalls. Because I should clarify there are carryalls for sale in the store here. I'll pull it up in a second. So, oh, here's another person. So, howdy, folks. You've just come back to Lotro after a few years break. You wanted to know if you had some advice or tips for a returning player. I'm sure we have plenty. First of all, yes, use that code that just got posted in there, that Lotro Quest 2021. Okay, so you're able to transfer from Anor to to the live servers, but you can't go back. Yeah, you can't go into Anor. So you can't transfer into any of the legendary servers. Oh, there's a camp. There's a cave claw to hug at camp. Hang on, gotta go. A black beak. Oh, I don't have that one done. Yeah, on my way. Okay, so what server are you playing on, Turgal? And now I've got to go look for a cave claw. Where you be? Are you clicked on it? Yes, you are. Thank you. Can I hug it from a distance? Oh, yeah. Thank you. I've only got 3 left. I need a harnessed cave claw, a tan back, and a pink beak. So that was the black beak cave claw. There's some nice color choices they've done here, like kind of how it fades in. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going back out into the world. You're on Arkenstone. Arkenstone, do I know anybody on Arkenstone? I have characters on a bunch of servers, but I don't have anybody on Arkenstone or Crick Hollow, for that matter, which is kind of funny, because that's where you 2 returning players are, and I cannot offer to help you. Yeah, if you need anything, you know, you go into into the world chat and you're like, hey, I'm a returning player, and you know, whatever, and people will almost always like jump up and help you out. Oh, you're gonna go do some treasure digging, nar. You get your music interface back up and running for Bread and Jam. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming by, and you're welcome to just keep this on the background if you like. I'm here every Thursday. I stream on Thursdays, and Affadil streams, does a stream about plugins. It's very techie heavy, but you also can just put it on and listen in the background, and once in a while pop in with stuff. That's what I do. So. Yeah, tech. When is the tech stream? It is on Tuesdays. Oh, it's my favorite region in the game. Oh. So there you go. There's the Tuesday information. B4 is the one that does the tech stream on Tuesdays, and that's at, what time do you stream, honey? It's 9 p.m. our time, and we're in the Netherlands. There we go, 3 p.m. server time. I start at 1 p.m. server time. Is that right? Are we 2 hours different? I suppose we could be. Yeah. So there we go. We got you. I guess that's another thing is, yeah, for those of you who are coming back, is pop in and yeah, to these streams that are done by the on the stream team here. And we are always absolutely happy to help. If you're like, you know, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, how to load a plugin, like, we will help you and walk you through it and pull it up on our screens, and like, I'm always happy to jump in and help somebody. We had somebody who was, I can't remember what it was, but they were trying to figure out something really simple and just really having a hard time with it. I'm like, sure, let's do it. Let's just jump in. You know, it was like, I can't remember what it was now, but it seemed like it was something pretty simple, but at the same time, they were having trouble with it. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, horses and riding. Yeah. And like how to use, like, so Shift C is how do you get to your collections panel. Like I tried to do that, right? Like I tried to say, oh, here's how I'm doing something, and here's how to, you know, where you get to it. Yes, some of us are more derailable than others. That's true. All of us who stream on here regularly are just volunteers. We're just here for fun. But Cordovan, who is the community manager, he is an SSG employee, and so he streams on Fridays. Collections panel, what? Yep. So that is Shift C. And that will show you all of the pets that exist, as well as the mounts and the emotes and the stable masters. Now, if you just want to be like, oh, which ones do I have? You can click on have, and it shows you the collection that you have, and it alphabetizes them. If you want to just, see what you need, you can do it that way. Which ones can you go and actually earn? You can look at that way. Or you can say, okay, which ones do I have to go and buy in the store? There's that one. How did you not know this? Because there is so much to learn. This game is almost 15 years old. That means there is 15 years of somebody adding something to the game all the time. Some little click or some little thing you can do or this, which means there is a depth of stuff out here. There's no way anybody, one person knows all of this, right? Yeah, I don't look at the need stuff yet. But it's so cool because sometimes I'm like, I'll see a mount and I'm like, wow, that is really cool. Like, how'd you get that? Like, I don't know. There we go. Mount of the Shadowed King. That looks just so wacky. Available from the Secret Stone event. I don't even know what that is. So I'm like, I probably wouldn't be trying to earn that. Elk of the Festive Spirit. There we go. Available from Hobbit presents as a special winter gift. So I might be like, cool. Wonder how I can get in on that, right? Like, that makes it so much easier for me to figure out how to acquire something when I'm like, that's really cool. How do I get that? Here, I'll pull it up again after we're done digging. All right, so let me see. Oh, like the hobby horses. There's little hobby horses as mounts. So funny. So that one was from Hobbit Gifts during the winter festival. There you go. If you want an Elderslade battle goat, you can get that in Elderslade. Let me see if I can find something that's a little easier to understand. Well, there you go. Available in the Fate of Gundabad Ultimate Fan Bundle. Boom! That's what we saw. I saw somebody on that earlier. I think it left a little trail of like flame behind it or something. Fleet-footed goat available in the Lotro store. That makes that nice and easy to figure out. Oh yeah, here we go. The fireworks laden pony. I was checking that out one day, and it says pony because I'm a hobbit. But if I was like a man or a Bjorning or an elf, it would say horse instead of pony. So, but yeah, so this one you can get during the anniversary festival for Mithril coins. So I love how it just clearly tells you, here's how you get. Oh, I love the forest elk. That one, oh wait, is that the one? There was another, oh here, let me just look up elk. Because there's a whole bunch of really cool, oh no, it's the winter elk. Look at that one. That one's available from the Winter Festival for Mithril coins now, but it was available, they cycle through. So each festival, it's like available, there'll be something available for that festival's tokens, and then after 2 years it cycles out and it's only available for Mithrils. So that's what you want to get, that's why you want to get them when you can. Available for barter from featured challenges. That's really pretty. Elk of Belagoth's Night. Also, the Lotro wiki is really useful. If you haven't discovered that yet, are you gonna? Okay, awesome. We'll put a link in the chat for you real quick because the Lotro wiki again is also volunteer run. Thank you. There you go. Follow that link. If you ever have a question about anything Lotro related, you can put it in there, or you could just like, use your favorite search engine and put in like Lotro and whatever it is you're looking for. And you can then look for the link that takes you to the wiki, and it'll have a lot of really good information. Bound to character. They did go really hard on bound to character. I've noticed that also. They are starting to relax that again to bound to account. So like, for example, this digging stuff, these treasure hunter packs and stuff, notice that they're saying bound to account on them. Here, I'll do a tooltip. Hey, did you know this one? If you push H while you're hovering over something, it pops out the tooltip. That's another really handy thing. So you just press the letter H, boom. Yes, the tokens and the picks and the cave claws, like that stuff, that's all bound to character. So that's why what I was saying with the digging event with this one, it seems like it makes the most sense to just do it with one character because the tokens are also bound to the same character, and just save up because then the stuff you can buy is usually bound to account. And so that way you can trade things around. So like if you end up getting the huge treasure cache, like you're really doing great, the huge treasure cache is how you get some of, there's a handful of mounts in here, right? So let's go back to that. So treasure. Oh, I thought there's three. There's the treasure laden, there's the treasure laden goat, the treasure laden pony, and there's another one that must not have the word treasure in it. But it's available from the huge treasure cache in the treasure hunt, right? Same thing for this guy. So if you end up with multiples of those, you can pass those off to other characters on your account on that server. But yeah, so these are bound to account, these are bound to account. So the stuff you get here is bound to account, but the stuff you're using here is bound to character. So yeah, which again is why I just pick a character and that's the one that does the stuff. Yeah, doing the quest for the tools to get more stuff, that is a good way to get stuff. That I do that. So that's true. Like you could just alt through your characters and just pile up a bunch of stuff on each character, but that's a lot of alting time. Sometimes it might be worth doing 2 characters, and because these quests reset every 15 minutes, so you could be like, do one character, do that for a little bit for 7 minutes or whatever, switch to the other one. Seems like a lot of work though. Oh, I've still got a minute for the cave claw. I got a little out of whack on that one. The third mount, is the cave claw masked pounding horse. Thank you. I knew it was, yeah. Let's see, so cave, there you go. It's that one. So it's basically like your pony has an outfit on, like a Halloween outfit. It's kind of funny. Or you use that 7 minutes to get work done. Yeah, like, priorities. Oh, there's a greenback at camp. Oh, I already have it. Region question. Right, sorry, I forgot about the region question. I don't know. I don't know what's my favorite region in the game. You know what? I think maybe I'd have to say the Shire. Because I spend a lot of time in the Shire, like on purpose. Like, yeah. And there's one of the treasure-laden ponies. So cute. Yeah, I spend time here on Treebeard. And then Laurelin is the other one where I play a lot. And Laurelin is a role-playing server, so my Hobbit, I'm very Hobbity when I'm on there. And it's all in the Shire, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Like, I also have, I had a human for a while, and I have a high elf on that server. And my high elf is in an elf kinship, but I don't know, I just don't ever have like the urge to play her as much, to play as her. But I really enjoy, the Hobbit stuff. It's very social, it's very lighthearted. We run around the Shire and we look at things and we have events and, it's just, it definitely, and maybe I just really enjoy the kind of just relaxed, laid back nature of what it's like to be in the Shire. I love the pie quest and delivering the mail. And I know people are like, oh my gosh, I have to do these things. I'm like, I wish there was more because I have so much fun with it. And the bingo boffin, I really enjoy those quests. I know there's people that don't, but I do. I would take it 3 times over. I would totally do them. So yes, Heart, I'm a Hobbit, likes the Shire. I know there's definitely reasons why, yeah, that was a name that I chose. And my website is Life Beyond the Shire, because I try to recognize that not everything is, in the Shire. Like we do have a life outside the Shire, like in the Netherlands. But you're welcome about the bound to account clarification. I'm glad that you are less salty. Congratulations for that. So I've organized events. I've, been an organizer of numerous things and varieties and whatnot. I've had children, so that also involves organizing a lot. And have you seen my pie? Yeah, like there's the pie from the chicken quests. Fantastic. I love it. It's a good pie. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of the chicken sessions Those are so much fun. But yeah, so I try to recognize that, not all of life is Shire bound. But man, I do like life inside the Shire. So good. And I like the in league stuff. I have fun with that. And I feel really bad when we go and do like the Ale Association stuff where you have to tell off the dwarves that have joined the in league and you make them feel bad. And I'm like, I don't want to do those quests anymore. I was like, I just don't want to do that anymore. That'd make me sad. These poor dwarves. They should be allowed to drink ale with the hobbits if they want to. They can leave their friends behind. I don't know. So, okay, so who asked the question? What is your favorite place? What's your favorite region? Timusiak? What's your favorite region in the game? I have to say, I am learning a lot more about some of the regions now that Scenario has been going out. So Scenario is one of the world builders that works for SSG, works for Lotro. Small site, I should have not bothered. Oh, nice. So, and he's been taking us, like, he'll go out and do a stream for an hour, just kind of going around and explaining, like, different areas and showing things off and stuff like that. And there's definitely times when I'm like, okay, I had not noticed this about this area before. Yeah. Oh, nice. Someone got the rich emote. Oh, very cool. Just got it. That's so cool. It's like it lights up your back, too. That is wild. All right, I've got 2 cave claws. We're going to pop one down right here. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we get. Large. I got a large. I got to stay in one place. I'm really bad about staying in one place, but there's not a lot of people, it doesn't seem like, on this layer right now. So I kind of want to go back and do that section, too. The trick is sometimes to leave and come back.
Yeah, if you leave and you come back, you might be sort of into a different layer.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. I left and I came back and I got put into a different layer.
Yeah.
What did I get for that? I got buried treasure tokens. And 4 more tokens. 4 tokens out of a small, that's not bad. I may have to go back to camp and buy some more cave claws here in a minute. Let's see what we get. A large. Man, I'm very consistent about finding the larges, though. But no, okay, I'm gonna have to pop back to camp. Back to camp. Yeah, I guess the Shire. The Shire is probably my favorite. I really want to like some of the other regions. Oh, if it binds on acquire, do you assume it's bind to character? Yes. Well, oh, that's a good question. I would assume it's bound to character, but like, trying to think if there's any exceptions to that. Do you have something specific in mind that says bind on acquire? Oh, sorry, there's someone to hug. Found me somebody to hug. It is a tanback. Oh, yeah. Ooh, this is another one of the pre-order thingies for Gundabad. Oh, I guess we are getting the goodies then. Okay, I'm going to have to do my pre-order. That's a new pet that you can get. It's a crystal grim. I like the snowy grim in the winter in the Yule Fest. That one is one of my favorites. That is really cool. I may have to get stuff. Get stuff. Yay for there being another cave claw to hug. Awesome. You thinking they specifically put on account on the account-based ones since character binding came first? I'm not sure that character binding came first, though. Oh, a domesticated cave claw. Oh, like the thing I just bought? Yeah, those are bind on account, or bind to character. Let me see. Like these guys, these are bound to character. But the pet ones, the ones that cost 500, I think those are bound to account.
We'll bind on acquire.
Yeah, I guess bind on acquire means bound to you, means bound to the person who picks it up. Bound to that character. Yeah, I think that's true. That's a good point. Then yes, I would say bound on acquire probably means to character. Or you should expect it does. That's probably the easiest way to go for it. Then you get less saltiness. Oh, that's true. The 500 ones, you might be able to even sell those on the auction house. You would want to double check that before you, if you were planning on that, before you do that. They might be bound to account. Yes, they are consumable because you can, I know you can, I'm almost positive you can give it to another character on your account. I don't know if they're not account bound though. A lot of the treasure hunt stuff is bound to account. I'm so glad that they switched it from because the mounts were new. I don't know, like 3 versions of these or not ago, and the mounts were bound to character, and that was really frustrating because if you got the same one twice, you're just like, I really wanted to give that to another character. Okay, so those pets are functional. So let's look at the barter list real quick. The trained cave claw cage. That's the thing out here that I'm dropping, and it runs around and it digs and tells me what to find, right? So that one is bound to me. That's bound to character. Then there's the domesticated cave claw that people are dropping out, and that's the ones that we're hugging. and that one costs 5. Those used to cost like 30 or something. And then there's these tome of the cave claws, and there's like half a dozen of those. Those cost 500. Those are the cosmetic pets. So if it costs 5, it's going to be consumed pretty quick. It's going to be consumed when you put it out. And if it's a tome, that's the one that you consume it and it gives you the cosmetic pet. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, it took me forever to figure that out. The first time around, I was like, is there a better way to do this? All right, this round is still going, so I'm going to drop another cave claw over here in this collection of dig sites and hope. What we got? Medium. That is not a huge. That is not what I was looking for. So sometimes when it gets to be like this, where we're just kind of chilling and waiting for like somebody to find stuff, I might go use some of my dowsing rods, because that gave me a small. Or sometimes I'll just start digging because I've got a few extra picks. That gave me 1 token. That wasn't really worth it. 1 token for 1 pick. Not a good return there. All right, let's dowse. Let's see what we got here. So remember, you have to click on the spot and then you use the dowsing. Very weak. So very weak means a small. Let's see what else we got. Very weak. Another small. What you got? What you got for me? All right, enjoy your lunch. Yes, absolutely. Slight reading usually means a medium. So we can take a look at that. Yep, there's I've got a medium box out of it, so that's nice. With 8 tokens in it. That would buy us another cave claw to come out here and dig. Let's see, I think we're getting close to where I dropped. Not yet. Okay, let's dowse again. What we got? What we got? Very weak. That's a small. Did we already do these 2? Somebody did those 2. Might have been me. Let's see, I think I dropped a cave claw. Where did I do it? So this would be something that would be really cool, is if there's some way to do a plugin where you could be like, this is where I have been. I mean, it changes so quickly. Like when the round wipes, like you start over anyway. Very weak, that's a small. But still, you know, it'd be kind of cool if there was some way to, I don't know, mark on your radar or make an overlay. I don't know. I don't have a good idea on how this would work. This is why I'm not programming it. It's one of many reasons why I'm not programming it. I got a medium. All right. With 5 more tokens. I'm starting to think it might not be in the area that I'm in. I don't know. Don't know what would give you that idea. All right, so let's move along. This round has been going on for 8 minutes. It's a long one. Okay, so we checked out some of this stuff. So we're going to say that's probably not any of these, but I could be wrong. We could head to a new layer. We might do that. That's a strong reading. Hold up. That's a large, but it's worth it. Boom. I'll take that. That gave me 12. Sweet. Plus the 3 for finding it. All right, so we're considering the idea of going to a new layer here. Hold on, though. I'm going to put another cave claw. Well, but one of us has got to find this thing. Come on. Small. Okay, that means everything in this area is trash. Within 20 meters? Yeah, sure. So that one. What's over here? What did I get in my small? I got 2 buried treasure tokens. We're going to douse this. Oh, I could do it from mounted. Very weak. That's a small. I didn't realize you could douse mounted. I wonder if that's new, because you didn't used to be able to do a whole lot of stuff mounted that you can do now.
If you release the cave claw mounted, you can't dig mounted.
Very weak. Nope. Can't dig mounted, apparently. All right, what about... I don't know. Let's try this one. And... Nope, nothing interesting. How about this one? This is how I end up going through 30 of these picks in one round, you know? That gave me another pick, so I could try again. And, oh, that's a small. All right, well, at least I didn't waste a dowsing bobble on it. All right, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's see if we can find something. With my last cave claw that I have on me at the moment. Medium. Oh, but I got a new dowsing bobble. But I have no more cave claws. At the moment, at least. All right, we'll use a dowsing bobble. Very weak. Nope. You already probably did all this area. Hopefully. Maybe. Did you do the top? No. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to go buy some more claws and do the quests. And then if this round is still going, I'll check stuff along the front. And then, yeah, we could pop to another layer. So this is what I was talking about earlier about how if, notice how we've been here a while and there's maybe 3, 4 players that are still on this layer. So that means the rounds are taking longer. Maybe 5. But some people are probably doing what I used to do, which was I would find other things to preoccupy my time while this 15-minute timer reset for getting these quests to get more stuff. And then I would, do the quest, get a bunch of stuff, spend 15 minutes, vacuuming or cooking or whatever, come back, do the quest again, 15 minutes, come back, do the quest, and so I'd end up with a pile of all of the stuff, of the cave claws and the picks and the dowsing gems. So that means you don't have necessarily all active people out here, because it could be 2 of us that are active and the other 3 people are gathering. So that's where, even though you're kind of competing for the stuff, if you go to a different layer with more people, that's when it's sometimes worth it to go to another layer. Okay, so I picked up some stuff. We're still in this round that's been going on for 12 minutes. It's a long time. Oh, I should grab some more cave claws while I'm down here. Yeah, I think we should do that after I'm done because I've now invested so much into this layer. All right, so I've grabbed 3 more of these guys. So let me check this area. Or should I come check the top? Have you,
Who knows?
you don't care about the top?
I got berries.
It's berry time. That was a small.
Cave claw's not gonna feed itself.
Yeah, these cave claws aren't going to feed themselves. What's that? That was, it gave me a pick. That's convenient. All right, let's drop a cave claw out here. See what we get. He found a medium. I'm standing on it. Okay. Technically, that was 24 meters away, so I probably wouldn't have seen it. I don't know. I'm dubious about how far these things really are. I feel like he does see them this far away sometimes.
The tooltip could be wrong.
The tooltip could be wrong, yeah. I mean, I agree it does say 20 meters. There's another domesticated one to hug?
I'm going to send one out.
Oh, you're going to put one out. Okay. So I might be heading back to camp here in a minute. Another medium site. All right. So I think I'm going to go up on top then. Or there's a pack of places to look. Oh, actually, I'll just check. I'll just dig this one up real quick. Nope, that was probably a small or something. An insignificant. Let's see. Let's drop one. Black beak. I already have a black beak. What am I doing? I was gonna drop one of these guys. I need a harnessed and a pink beak. A small dig site. No. Uh-oh, down to 2 picks. All right, got another small wheel. All right, do this last one. Gave me a cave claw, but no picks. All right, well then I'll come back to camp. Oh, well, but I'm out of picks. Well, I'm glad somebody got it.
Oh, it took pity on us.
So, I am thinking that after you're done doing the quests, that you and I will maybe go to Bree and then come back and see if we can get into another layer together. Awesome. Nice. I was just thinking, are there things that I've missed in the chat? But I think we caught up on a lot of it. So let's see, Gundabad. Gundabad is coming. And so there's 2 things. The Gundabad pre-order stuff is available. So definitely check that out. Looks like some fun stuff. All right, so we just take the Staple Master, or do you want me to take us? I'll guide us to Bree. That way we're together at least. And then there's the coupon that gets you a whole bunch of goodies. So, and that's the, here, I'll put that in here also. I know we're gonna just be like, so much Moobot. But there you go. So there's that Lotro Quest 2021. So if you do that between now and November 30th, you get a whole bunch of free expansion quests and areas and stuff. So, and that is good forever. It's like I'm VIP, so I have access to this stuff already. But if I was ever not VIP, I would no longer have access to these things for free. So definitely worth, grabbing that, even if you are VIP, because you never know. Someday you might not be, and it might be a useful thing to have. So, also, I have closed captioning running. So if you are watching the stream and would like to have closed captions going across your screen live, there's a button down in that part of the screen. So over there. And you should be able to click on it, little CC thing, and that should put closed captions up for you. So see if that helps. Hopefully it does. All right, maybe I should buy a cave claw. Put it out. Yeah, I might do that. Since I'm chilling out, I'm waiting for the next time that I can get stuff. So, because I'm not gonna go buy picks, I'm just gonna wait and get them for free. All right, so I want to buy this guy. All right. Oops, that's not the right button. That's the button. All right, I'm gonna put out a cave claw. If you want to come hug. All right, and this one is a domesticated black beak. So let me see if I can regional domesticated black beak for hugging at base camp. Layer number X.
Well, it's a layer.
It is a layer. Or do you think regional is going through?
Yeah, regional is 3 layers.
Oh, interesting. Well, they could come. I guess, you know what though, if it says, you could just be like, hey, put me into your fellowship. That'd be a thing. So if you like, if somebody says in regional, hey, I want to go hug this blackbeak, and you're not on that layer, you could just add them to your fellowship, and then they could transfer to your layer, and then they'd be able to hug it. See? So that's an option. I don't know. It would be one way to make it work.
You can see this layer is more active than
Yeah.
the round reset.
This layer, I don't know if you all noticed that as soon as we got here, but this layer is much more active. First of all, there's a lot more people running in and out here. And then also the round just reset like moments ago. So yeah, there's this is awesome that this is a lot more active of a layer. Yay. Very cool. We can take names off if we don't want to have those on. So then you can kind of see a little bit more of what's going on around here. So you'll notice that these people are just chilling out waiting. So they're probably doing that thing, what I was talking about before, where basically you just wait for the quests to reset, and you do the quests, and then you just wait 15 minutes, and then come back and do it again. Question on the quest packs. For example, the North Downs quest pack. It only adds more quests to the area, or I will only have quests on the area if I own the pack. So, let me open the thing. Yes, and B4 is also working on answering your question there. Because I get packs and expansions and those things. I get them a little mixed up sometimes. So other people are more eloquent in answering this question. So B4 says, if you're free to play, then I think you have the epic quests in each area, but not the other quests unless you unlock them. Like I remember that happened when we went to Moria, for example. The epic line was open, but we hadn't purchased Moria, and so there was a lot of people with, a lot of NPCs that had like the ring with like a coin in the middle of it. So, yeah, so that was something then I had to go and buy if I wanted to continue doing all the extra stuff in there. So let's see. You will have no quests or deeds to do in the North Downs if you do not own the quest pack. Yes, we do all the deeds. So yeah, so I was gonna put this up here. So this is the web page that if you click on that link that Moobot put out there, this is the web page that it takes you to. Well, I wasn't looking to make it big, but let's go back here. So it lists for you everything that you get, and basically it's a lot of quest packs and region packs, a couple of region packs. The Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins, those are little missions. There's like 10 of those. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, like a soap opera, not a soap opera, but you know, like one of those kind of story arcs, like, you know, season 1 of Bilbo Baggins. This is what happens. Yeah, so yes, the code is very good and absolutely worth it. And like I was saying before, I'm VIP currently and have been for almost the entire time I've been playing Lotro because I recognize the value in that. It makes a lot of value for me. I am very happy with my VIP experience and happy to continue paying to have that VIP experience. But I also recognize that one, not everybody can do that, and two, not everybody wants that. So, but anyway, so at some point, if I am ever not VIP, I went ahead and put this code in because I will still have all of this stuff, you know, and I want to make sure that my account always has all of this stuff. So very worth it. Oh, B4 points out that completing deeds on your character can give you more Lotro points, which you can use then to unlock other areas. For example, that we were just talking about, these expansion quests and instance clusters that you can open up currently are available for 99 Lotro points. So that's also another, you know, great thing you can do is go out questing, do a bunch of deeds, and get some Lotro points, and then use that to buy more areas and stuff, right? I mean, why would you want to do that? So if you are interested in like one way to know where are you in Lotro points, there is a plugin called the Deed Tracker that I am a fan of, as well as many plugins. You may notice I use a lot of plugins. I've got like Titan Bar up here. We're using the Rich plugin today here. I use Deed Tracker over here. I've got, you know, Lyrical and Songbook and Travel Window too. Like I love plugins. But anyway, so the Deed Tracker one is fantastic. Oh, LotroPad. My computer crashed one day while I was logging out of Lotro, and it wiped out a bunch of my data in my plugins, though, which makes me sad. So, like my LotroPad, I had all sorts of stuff in there, and it's all empty now. It's really sad. Thankfully, I'd already kind of copy and pasted a lot of stuff out of there. But anyway, back to Deed Tracker. So here it shows you how many Lotro points you have yet to earn in any particular area. And then this part tells you how much virtue experience you have available to you. So, for example, if I were to, you know, do that thing like work on some of my class deeds, if I were to finish Sturdy Traps, that would be 5 Lotro points. If I were to finish Blindsided, that would be 5 Lotro points. Strong Draw, etc. So if I would just work on my class deeds, which I'm really bad about, there's 165 Lotro points there for me. So that's almost 2 of those 99 Lotro point packs. In the Race and Social, there's 190 that I could do, like Enmity of the Wolves, and the Spiders, part 1 and part 2. Sorry, part 2 and part 3. Geez, if I just went and did a bunch of spiders, that's like 25 Lotro points right there, just sitting there waiting for me. So, and then at the top, it tells me in total, if I were to do everything in the world, there's 11,000 Lotro points. And if I were to do everything on this tab, on this page, this Class Race and Epic page, there's still 3,000 there I could work on. So, yeah, so there's plenty of Lotro points out there in the world that you can get, and that's one of the ways that you can know. Again, that's a plug-in, so you would need to go out and get it. But I mean, they're free. And they're pretty well like vetted, so you don't have to worry like, is this gonna hurt my computer? No, it's not gonna hurt your computer. And I like to use, we were talking about this earlier, I like to use the Lotro plugin compendium, which you just, you can get in the, at the Lotro interface, and it keeps track of all of my plugins, so anytime something needs to be updated, it's right there. And if I'm like, oh, hey, I want to add a new plugin, it has a subset of the plugins from Lotro interface listed here. And so like, like you're thinking, oh, hey, map, the terrain map. Oh, okay. Oh, I just want to add that. So you can just come in here and then you just click on it, and I would just click there and it would add it, and it zoop, just puts all the files in the places where I need it. Done. It's very simple and I like it. So thank you. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You are most welcome. We are here for information, right? Like, so we were talking about this earlier, that basically, I mean, this game is over 14 years old. There is a lot, oh, I should put names back on. There's a lot of stuff. Like every year, the developers add more information, more ways to learn things, more ways to do things, right? So who knows all 14 plus years worth of stuff that this game that's in here? Like nobody knows all that, right? So I never assume, I try not to, I shouldn't say never, I try not to assume that somebody else knows what I know. Like I just happen to have found, a pocket of information. I am absolutely happy to share that with other people. Because like they put the stuff in here to make our lives easier, right? So let's take advantage of that. It's so funny. There's times when people are like, I can't do this, that, or the other. It's like, well, you could actually just go into your settings and go into your options or whatever. Oh, I hate this filter on the chat. I wish there was no chat filter. You are in luck, my friend. You can take off the chat filter. Things like that. It's like, I'll bet if there's something that you're like, I wish, I would say there's a more than 50% chance you can have it. The one thing I know that people would like that is not available is a better way to to change the font size. There's no way to change font sizes. And so that's a bummer. That'd be really cool. Like if I could just be like, blah, 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 make things easier to read, that sort of thing. But so you'll notice how my quests over there, everything behind it is just like it's the same. It's transparent, right? But the background of it is. Oh hey, I was trying to give that cave claw some berries. There's a plugin that goes behind that you can just place behind here and make it like your chat, like how your chat stuff has transparency or opacity. There's a plugin that you can put behind it to do the same sort of thing. It's in the compendium. Okay, fine. What did I do with the compendium? Did I get rid of it? That's not the compendium. That's not the compendium. I may have closed it. Hang on. Compendium. Hang on a second. Okay. Let me bring this back over. All right, so what was it called? Opaque Quest Tracker. Boom. So I'm going to add that. Kaboom. There we go. Install complete. So now Opaque Quest Tracker is right there. It's done. It's in my list of things now. So if I go to the plugins, System, Plugin Manager, and I got to refresh. Maybe. There it is. Opaque Quest Tracker. An opaque window that can be positioned behind the Quest Tracker area to make the text easier to read. So we'll put this on Rose here. And we're going to load it. And I can move it so it's back there. And then there's options. So I can make it darker and lighter. So if I'm like, yeah, I really need to be able to read that, or if I'm like, ooh, I want a little bit, but I still want to see a little bit of the background because I love the artwork of the, of the game. I can change the color of it. So maybe I'm like, yeah, I'd really rather have it be like bright and in my face. There we go. Now I can really read it. Or, I like just a hint of color. Maybe go back over here. That's kind of cute. And then let's maybe take that down. Oh yeah. And then I can lock it in place so it's not going to go anywhere. Because people like me, I grab things and then I'm like, oh crap, I didn't mean to grab that. Make that stop. There's a reason why like all my stuff here is locked, because my mouse goes everywhere, and next thing I know, I've lost half of my abilities. So there you go. So that's not something that's built into the game, but amusingly, yeah, people were like, that'd be cool to have something like that. So a plugin developer sitting next to me went and built this. So now it has a similar sort of thing like you have in your chat stuff. So there's lots of cool plugins. Hey, green-eyed gamer. Well, let's say hi. Welcome, raiders. Hello. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit. Actually, I think I need to set a quick key to get to plugin manager. I haven't decided what I want it to be, but I think I want to do one. So can I unload this? Let's find out. I don't want this after all. This is how I am with plugins, though. I test something, and I'm like, okay, not for me. It's okay.
You can do a plugins list.
There we go. I'll just take down the opacity to nothing. And now I can't see it. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. We are on the Treebeard server. Oops. You can't tell that. Now you can. We're on the Treebeard server over here on Lord of the Rings Online, and we are doing the treasure hunt, which is a short event. It's just a weekend sort of thing, and that's happening right now. It just started today. So we're off here being silly, using our cave claws, digging in the ground, being like diggy dwarves, and hoping to find bigger than medium dig sites. Medium's all right. I mean, I won't sneeze at it. Oh, how funny. I just got a housing item, a small yard item. It is a dig site. So I'll put that out in my yard. That'll be funny. Mediums, no large. Exactly. Medium is not a large. Larges and huges are what we want. You put the plugin manager into your toolbar across the bottom of the screen. Oh, yeah? You find it much more helpful than a button for each inventory. Oh, down here.
You can swap out buttons.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah, because, like, what does this do? Instance Finder panel? I always forget that's there. What does this do? Help. I never use that. I do occasionally use the bag thingies, though. Like, I find that convenient to do. But what's over here? Gandalf? I use Gandalf all the time. But, character screen. No, I don't use that because I just press the C button. I just go like that. I could swap that out. How do you do that? Is this the options somewhere?
Probably.
Ooh, I want to do that. I like this, Willow. I like your idea. I'm going to do that. All right, so it's probably under options somewhere, right?
So if you go to UI settings.
UI settings. Toolbar slots.
You can change character.
Oh, look at that.
The plugin manager.
Character. Look at that. I just learned something new today. Oh, you all are so awesome. Okay, well then, let's see, what is something else I've been trying to figure out? You know what I also want is, what's that thing? Reputation. I'm always doing 2 clicks to get to that. Is there a way I can switch out reputation? What's this do?
Yes.
Open the quest log? Oh, I never do it that way. All right, so let's switch out this and make this reputation. Can I do that? Oh, yes, I can. Wow, this is fantastic. Yay. That's also in your toolbar? Yeah. I'm always looking it up, right? I mean, yes. I was thinking about that just the other day. I was like, I should come up with a quick click for that. That's so funny. It says Lua across there. Lua. But that's not what I would have done, but that's okay. Because I go to the plugin manager often enough that, yeah. Because, yeah, it's like Control O for options, and then I end up mucking about with things, but that's okay. I don't find that way too cumbersome to click it that way. All right, 2 new buttons to play with. We're going to try that today. What does this do? Oh, deed log. All right. See, yeah, you could tell I never use the buttons over here. Oh, that social one, that could go. I don't use that at all. I could put something else there. I know, right? I know you all came here to watch me redo my bars. On the other hand, maybe you did because, I mean, who isn't always looking for a new way to optimize what they have going on? I mean, we all do, right? Like, it seems like we're all constantly like, well, what if I do this? Well, is there a way to do that? It's like, yes, there probably is. There probably is. Small. Who trained these cave claws? Well, I got 5 buried treasure tokens. I could go use that exactly to go buy a new one. Y'all are terrible. All right, what about over here? Let's try maybe a new one over here. I don't know, I'm going against my own advice that you just do one and then stop. Small dig site. All right, I'm out of here. Well, okay, I'm going back to camp. Ooh, I've only got 1 pick left too, though. Maybe I should stick around and do the treasure hunt quest and get some more picks first before I go and go questing. So this is what we've been doing here. This is kind of like how I'm doing the treasure hunt, and I got this idea from somebody else. So basically, we go and we buy a handful of cave claws. So you've always got a handful of those, and so I'm going to grab another 3. And then when the round comes around, oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh no, what? Oh, golly bunkers, hold on a minute. So, like I said, my computer like froze up one day when I was logging out of Lotro, and it messed up all my key mapping. And so what's that what was I just did that target? Yes, get rid of this. Thank you. That thing where you press X and it locks on, and then you press X and it unlocks on? No, we do not want that, because I hit the X button by mistake sometimes, and we do not want this. This is not useful to us.
This is not a key of honor.
It is not a key of honor. It is a key of dishonor. That key found it was a good day to die. Or be deleted. Okay, totally forgot what I was saying about. Oh, yeah, right. So when a round starts, in the early first 30 seconds, you put out a cave claw, you let it do its thing, and then you stop. Like, you don't keep throwing money in the water. Now, hopefully that works. And especially if you have enough people out here doing the same thing, somebody's going to find the huge, and it ends very quickly. Because the longer the time goes on, the more things have been found, but the cave claws, remember, they're finding the best thing in the area. So, you know, if I drop a cave claw here, if nobody has checked around here, then yeah, there could be something really good. But if anybody else has dropped a cave claw in this area already, it's probably already found the large that was around here, if there was one. See, now I've got a medium, right? Like, my odds of finding the better stuff was like, you know, it goes down and down and down. So now I'm out of picks. All right, so back to base camp. This game needs a Spanish translation. I know, right? I've heard that. That has come up a number of times, and I know Cordovan. So Cordovan, he streams here on Fridays, and he's the only SSG employee who streams on this channel on a regular basis. Everybody else who streams on here, like myself, we're just volunteers, right? So, but yeah, I've noticed that Cord has like picked up on that, right? Like he notices when people have brought that up, and I think he agrees. But unfortunately, I don't think they have like enough of a team that could do a full Spanish translation. Like, that sounds like a lot of work. Because right now, as far as I'm aware, they only support 3 languages: English, French, and German. And I think that's really a relic of it being, of Codemasters, back when it used to be owned by Turbine, that there were servers in Europe and there were servers in the US, and Codemasters ran the European ones. And so I think that's why they ended up with, a German and a French base of, yeah. And then, right, 14 years of content to translate. Good luck. Amusingly, an MMO based on a series of rather thick books, there's a lot of text in the game. Who'd have thunk it? So, yeah, yeah. There is a lot of text in the game. That's another thing that they've talked about with switching to, what is it? The new TVs and stuff that have 4X, or what's it called? The bigger screens, 4K? 4K screens. Okay, so yeah, so they've talked about that, and basically, in order to do a UI update that would work with those new screens, they would have to, every single icon in the game has to be redone. Every single one. That's a lot. I mean, that's like as many SSG employees that there are again. So, but so in that respect, I think adding another language, I mean, that's like maybe a team of, I don't know, 12 people as opposed to a team of like 50 people.
If you want to show the 4K problem,
I don't.
pull up your Hunter plugin. The Hunter Deputy Credit. It's one button press. It's okay.
Yeah. So I think you should show that on your stream on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay. So come back on Tuesday, and to plug it along, and he'll go over the 4K problem and do some images. You would like to learn English. What do you recommend? Television, apparently, is a good way to learn a foreign language, I've been told. We live in the Netherlands, and we are learning Dutch, but not very quickly. But the times when I do better with learning stuff and retaining it is like if I'm watching TV, like if I'm watching. Oh wait, that's a pink beak. I don't have that one. Hang on, I gotta hug somebody. Yeah, I just need a harnessed one. Thank you, whoever put that pink beak out. Anyway, oh, by the end here, here, over here. Where'd it go? It was right here a minute ago. It was like standing right here. Oh, I must have disappeared. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so anyway, I'll put on the TV and listen to like the local news. And it's really cool because they just have like kind of a segment that's about an hour long, and it repeats, maybe half an hour long. And so I can hear the same things over and over again. And especially if you get like, children's stuff, like, learn numbers, learn small things, like get kids books, Bert and Ernie go to the store. You'll start to recognize certain words, and then you can start to build more understanding because you're like, oh, banana, I've seen this before, and just kind of start building stuff like that. Like if you're trying to learn it organically, immersion, like TV, movies, radio, standing around, listening, hanging around places where there are people speaking that language. So like, hanging out at a coffee shop, or like here we go to the board game store because there's people hanging out there and talking. Well, we did before the pandemic. Yeah, watching Twitch. There you go. Oops, I forgot I wasn't paying attention. A large one. Is it possible to learn English with 24 years? Like if you are 24 years old or within 24 years of learning? Yes to either question, actually. Yeah, you can absolutely learn language anytime in your life. Like it's easier when you're a kid in some ways because your brain and your the muscles of your body and all of that haven't really gotten set in some ways yet. So, for example, in the Netherlands, there's the way they pronounce the G is more like an H, but like an H with phlegm. So instead of a G, it's more of a H, but it's in the back of your throat, and it's like H. And so that's just like normal. And when you're a child, you learn how to make your throat do that. Or like the rolling R's that you get in some languages, and Dutch is one of them that does it. The brrr, there's different places in your mouth where you can make that noise. And when you're learning to do it as a child, then those muscles, that you build those muscles, as opposed to now where my mouth doesn't have the muscles in the places to do that. So I have to, I kind of fake it, right? I don't necessarily do it the way it's actually done. So, yeah, absolutely, it's definitely possible to learn English. There's so much out there in English. Like there's YouTube videos of people teaching English. There's also YouTube videos of people speaking English. There's Twitch videos of people speaking English. Yeah, it's also easier, that's true, when your day isn't dedicated to other things like jobs and cooking and chores and taking care of other people and what like that. Yeah, also, yeah, watch something. Watch it in the language that you're learning. Like if you know a movie really well, try to watch it in the language you're learning, because then you would, you'll be invested in what you're watching, and you won't be lost by the content, because you're like, oh, this is where they go through the wormhole. Like you're expecting certain things, but you'll still be able to. Then you're able to start picking up certain words. And I do it with subtitles on. I find subtitles are really useful for me because sometimes I hear something and I don't know what it means. And then seeing it, then sometimes I'm able to piece together, like, because you got to be careful though, because you don't want to get bad habits, but the way things are spoken and the way things are written don't always match up. And so sometimes figuring out what they're saying by seeing it for me is easier. So I do use subtitles when I'm watching something in Dutch, but we use, Dutch subtitles. So I'm learning Dutch, so the subtitles are Dutch. Now there's some language videos that we've been watching. They have English and Dutch subtitles, and so we'll watch it like the first time through, covering up the English subtitles, and then we'll go back and watch it again. Are you doing gem inspection? Oh, very nice. Oh, that's cool. I think the color of the gem changes sometimes. I thought you had a green one time.
Yep, different color.
Oh, that's red this time. Oh, is it green to you?
It's blue for me.
It's blue for you. Oh, that's funny. It changes color. Like it's not the same. Oh, there, that one's purple. Red. And red for you. Oh, that is so cool. So yeah, find something you're interested in and listen to it. Like music, for me, music works because I'll sing the same song over and over and over again. And like I had a French music tape like years ago, and I still remember bits and pieces of it, like Joe Le Taxi, but that doesn't really help it. Yeah, it's being able to, because you can take then some of the words that you learned in a sentence in a song, and you can start to break it apart and be like, oh yeah, that's the verb. Oh yeah, that's the subject here. Like that's what we're talking about, And so you might hear like the same word that's similar but slightly different, and you're like, oh, I wonder if that's another version of that word, because of how verbs conjugate and stuff like that. So you might recognize a verb, but it's just being used in different contexts because maybe it was like I in this one and we in that one. But you're like, wait, that sounds really familiar. I think I can understand that. So. Now, if you get really serious about it, though, get a language go take lessons, because I mean there are people who are, they've learned how to teach languages, and so there are definitely like hurdles they will expect, and so that helps. And then also for someone like me, having like an external force saying you need to do this work that you signed up to do, sometimes that helps, because like we've been, hanging out at home for the last year and a half, and we could have been spending a lot of this time listening to Dutch, and we haven't been. So in November, we're going to go back and start taking Dutch lessons again. And so that will be useful because it forces us to, somebody else is saying, hey, we're going to learn about transportation, and we're going to talk about all these different things. And, being forced to do that, as opposed to, that might not be something I ever get around to, that kind of thing. So that's also something I would suggest, is if you're really serious about, like, you're trying to get a job, or move, or whatever it is, do it intentionally. Like, get lessons, get tapes that teach you, like, go full in. But if you're just doing it casually, though, like children's books, TV shows, movies, radio, music, all of that, yeah. You say kids are terrible at learning language?
Terrible. It takes so long.
Yeah, okay, that's
You
fair.
kids, how long did it take them before they could say a word?
Well, yeah, but babies, when they're born, they don't have like the muscle stuff. Like when my daughter was in school, she was in elementary school, so she was like 5 years old, and it was in English, and there was also Spanish, and she was able to pick up a lot. I mean, like, she knew some of it. Or like our niece, she's taking Spanish in school, and she's
9 years old. After 9 years, I would hope she could say something.
she's 9. She hasn't been taking Spanish for 9 years, though. She's only been taking Spanish for like, I don't know, 4 years or 3 years or something.
Discounting all of that early prep work is a mistake.
The early prep work is important, I think. I think it does a lot. All right, I got 8 tokens out of that, but I'm out of pickaxes again. I keep using them all.
You're over your normal 2 hours.
What? Oh, I am?
If you want to be.
Oh, I thought I was the other way.
You often end at 9.
I have no idea what time it is.
9:14.
Oh. Well, there we go. Okay, well, we've been on for a while. See, and here I was worried that, like, the buried treasure event was going to be boring. All right, so quick review of a whole lot of things. So if you're going to do the buried treasure event, there's a couple things you want to do. There are 2 quests that will give you free stuff that you can use out in the treasure hunting area. One of them is to talk to this trained cave claw here. And it has a quest called Berries, where you go off and you collect 5 clumps of berries to feed the cave claw. And then this guy over here, or the guy out in the field, will give you a quest, the treasure hunt. And it's basically talk to him or the other guy in the field, and they will send you to this guy over here, Halthar Goldeneye, and he will give you 2 pickaxes to use. So those are the 2 quests that you want to do, and they reset every 15 minutes. So you can set a timer, you can just try to keep an eye on this, or you can do something like what we've done, which is we are using a plugin called Rich, which you can get at the plugin compendium or the Lotro interface, where plugins are located. And this will tell you when you need to come back, and or when the quests have reset. So for example, I'm standing here because I know this treasure hunt quest is about to reset for me in less than 20 seconds. So I'm just gonna stick around and do that. Hello, Vlinderhondjes. We are lurking with the green eye. Lurking with the green eye. We are actually winding down here because apparently it's been a couple of hours. I just got in the groove here and wasn't paying attention at all. All right, so my quest is, whoops, reset, and I just went to the wrong person. Hey, buddy, let me talk to you. It's so funny because the quest reset, but the ring over his head hadn't changed. So it's interesting because the quest resets before the in-game visuals have changed. So, and then every time you do that, this is going to pop up saying, go purchase treasure picks in the store. So you just close that, whatever. I don't even notice I do it anymore. So then, one of the things I also do is I will go to, okay, so here in the treasure camp, we have the guy we just talked to who gave us the claws, or the picks. We have this guy over here, Maris, who has a whole bunch of goodies that we could buy. And then we have this guy over here, Sigtur, who has a couple of goodies that we can buy, which includes basically the dowsing gems, trained cave claws, and a map to get back here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and buy 3 of these cave claws because I find them really useful. However, I would say that you don't necessarily need to get a map to here. One, if you're a hunter, you can buy into this campsite fire, which is neato. And 2, there is a stable master here, and she has stables that go both ways from Westbree, Kellendim, Thornsgate, and Mickledelving, and they're free. So if you can get to any one of those 4 places, you can get to here for free. When the new expansions come out, so Fate of Gundabad is the expansion, the next one, and there we go. The pre-sale, pre-purchase is up, and you can get some of those goodies now. Like there's some cosmetic stuff, there's pets and stuff like that that you can get. So those you can do now. Here we go. Let's see. And older expansions pass. I think it's, what is it? Just, yeah, you'd have to look at the Fate of Gundabad page, but I can pull this up real quick. Yeah, thanks for the information. You're welcome. You've been lurking in various Locho streams on this channel. Awesome. Brand new to the game and wanting to learn more about it. Well, yeah, it's a deep game. We were talking about that a couple times tonight. There's a lot going on. Oh, hey. So yes, Elvira, that if you ever have any questions, I mean, I don't care how like basic it may sound, whatever, you are always welcome to ask it on my show. I do not mind at all. I am happy, like I am derailable, and that's totally fine. Don't mind. And I'm here on Thursday nights. Oh, well, it's night for me. I'm in the Netherlands, so it's like 9:30 at night here. So yes, I'm here on Thursdays. B4 streams on Tuesdays, talking about plugins, and he's also derailable. So or I'll chat in the chat and help out. So so the question here, let me grab this real quick. Though the question was, when does Fate of Gundabad come out? Releases on November 10th. So this is the website. That's that link there, that Fate of Gundabad article information page. So yes, prepare to join the battle and determine the fate of Gundabad. So, and it's got these really cool mountain stuff going on. Let me see, are there more pictures on here? There's some of the cosmetic stuff you can get. That is a cosmetic pet you can get. Yeah, there's some really cool artwork. I've gotten to see some of the artwork, and so pretty. I'll try and show some of that to you next time. So, and yes, and also, yeah, if you ever have questions or need help with something in the game, like asking in world chat in most of the servers, people will help you, which is really, really awesome. And if you ask in world and people are jerks, then come back half an hour or 2 hours later or whatever, you probably get a better crowd. If you have that happen multiple times, go to a different server, because most servers are super nice and people are willing to help you out. And because we all started, we were all new once, right? So there's a lot of passing it on. You have the rich emote. That is so cool. There she goes. That's awesome. So good. These are that's an emote you can get from this event. All right, I'm going to prepare to drop a cave claw because the next round's going to start here. Oh. Can't afford the pre-sale right now of Vinderholm Chase? Aw. Well, hopefully before it comes out in November. You got a little bit of time. But yes, that code is fantastic. So definitely make sure you put that code in. And I'm serious, like, even if you're a VIP, just do it. Because there may be a day when you're not a VIP and you'll be really sad and you'll be like, I could have got all that stuff for free and I didn't. What was I thinking? Totally get it, you know? Totally get it. So, hey, Hobbits and Isengard, welcome. So, yes, so Buried Treasure. Oh, hey, there's that Crystal Grim. They've got it. That's one of the new cosmetic, one of the new pets you can get. And are they on one of the new horses? I don't think so. So, okay. I keep trying to wind up. Yeah, good call. Good call, Vendor Hunches. Hunches, yeah. So, okay. What did we do? We were having so much fun playing with this. We had a good time. All right. But next week, what are we doing next week? Next week, oh, Hobnanigans. Hobnanigans is back next week. Hobnanigans is this ridiculously silly game where it's like sports kind of. Sports go sports. Are there only new pets on Treebeard? No, those are the new pets for the Fate of Gundabad. So that's what I keep pointing out. Sorry. For legendary servers, there aren't usually any cosmetic pets that are legendary server specific. There'll be titles. There's sometimes cosmetics and sometimes housing items. But like some of the housing items I've seen, they're like the stone giants. The stone. That's not giants. Isn't the right word. You know, the guys that were like gonna eat Bilbo and the dwarves. You can get. They were available for during the Bounder's Bounty event that happened like 10 years ago or something. Those are available on the legendary servers, but you have to go collect tokens, then you turn them in and stuff like that. So trolls, that's it. The trolls, stone trolls. Yeah, so you can get those on the legendary servers, for example. Okay, so yes, so next week we will be doing Hobnanigans, which is another fun and silly event. We'll be getting lots of tokens and doing all that fun stuff. And then we get into Harvest Math Festival. So that's going to be awesome. There are a number of large festivals that happen throughout the year, and Harvest Math is one of them. So really, I do enjoy that one. That one's kind of the Halloween-ish themed one. So that's where we get to go into the haunted burrow, and there's lots of fun cosmetics. Oh my gosh, the cosmetics last year were so good. They're not going to be able to beat those, I don't think. But I'm still very much looking forward to it because there'll be some good ones, I'm sure. And since we're on Treebeard and Treebeard's only 3 months old now, any of these festivals where things happened more than 3 months ago, we don't have, right? So now we'll be able to go and get all those cosmetics and the housing items and all of that stuff. So lots of goodies to come. Okay, so yes, so join us next week for Hobnanigans, and I'll be happy to explain how that game works and what the silliness is of that, and we can have a good time. We'll probably do it here on Treebeard because there's still emotes and housing items and things like that I want to get. So we'll probably play it here on Treebeard. So if you are on Treebeard next Thursday around 1 o'clock Eastern time, please definitely come and join because we could use more people to fill out the teams and stuff. So, because what we normally do is if on a live server, we have some free-to-play accounts and we have them help kind of fill in the numbers, and it makes the rounds go a lot faster. So, oh, yes, awesome, Weirwillow. Hey, bring Gail, too. That'll make 4, and that'll just make it go really fast. So that'll be cool. Okay, and then Harvest Math. And then in November, I was talking about something just the other day that we're going to do in November. I have a note somewhere. I have a note. Oh, good. Yay. That'll be awesome. All right. So we'll see you all at the Hobnanigans field next week. Yeah. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to bring them to the chat and ask. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you that I don't know the answer. Like, I'm absolutely happy to let you know what I don't know, but I will also do my best to try and give you the ability to find the answer to your question. And of course, people in the chat here are wonderful and love to jump in. I mean, it's a good community, right? The Lotra community is always a good group. So, and I appreciate that that you can pretty well count on that, right? So, all right. Well, I guess I gotta go collect some more berries for this hungry cave claw. You'd think we'd be bursting at the seams with those berries, but maybe they're just not very filling. All right, well, I'm going to go continue to grab some berries, and I'm going to let you all go. So thanks, everybody, for joining me on digging and also in my journeys through Middle Earth, wherever it is that they take me and take us all together. So thank you all for coming along with me. And as I always say, I encourage you to stay connected to the heart, the Hobbit side of your heart, everywhere you go and whatever you do. All right, so have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you in a week. All right, bye.